how close should I have this?
So you want it kind of, you see the logo right there?
Yeah.
That's where you want to talk into it, and you just want it roughly like a fist length away from your face. So
Okay.
as long
Yeah,
as it's
whenever
like
you're talking,
Okay.
decently close, you'll be all right.
you should be able to pull that thing.
Pull
Yeah,
it.
you can pull it pretty far.
Okay. I don't want to break any shit. How you guys?
You're good, dude.
How you guys jump me?
Nah. All right.
All right.
Well,
Good to go.
yeah. All right. So, dobro došli nazad u Bersni plen.
Dobar srpski
Yeah,
priča,
let's
dude.
go.
I understood. Dobro došli.
Let's go.
Hvala vam.
Hell
Hvala što
yeah.
imate. Hvala.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
dude.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, bolje vas našao, like that's the return. Like
Okay.
you said, thanks for. I said bolje vas našao, like it's better that I found you.
Okay.
You're like saying,
That's
hey,
cool.
thanks for coming.
Yeah.
It's better that I found you.
Hell
you know?
yeah, dude.
Nice.
That's so cool.
That's dope.
We were tweaking down here. I was like, am I gonna say it right?
You're like Shaq with Jokic. You know Shaq?
Yeah.
He always speaks Serbian with Nikola Jokic.
I did not know
Like
that.
You said it better than him, so.
Yeah, it wasn't
Hey,
bad.
dude,
He was down here
You did
practicing.
good.
I
As soon
was.
as you said that, I was like, what? I was like, I did the snapback. I was
Yeah,
like,
you turned.
Fuck yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah, dude.
Nice. Well, welcome. This
Yeah.
is Apex Prey. Welcome back, all of our viewers and listeners. Happy to have you all here. We have Sinisa, how's it pronounced?
Jovic.
Jovic?
Yeah.
Jovic.
Sinisa Jovic. Happy to have you on here,
Happy
man.
to be here.
I'm excited.
Yep.
How we feeling?
Great. Yep. Nice to be here in front of fucking Cleveland MMA right here.
Absolutely,
Thunder.
dude.
That dude.
Absolutely. So you won. Let's just go through it real quick, roughly. You won that first fight, pretty much dominating the fucking guy, right?
Yeah.
What was his name?
The first MMA fight?
Yeah,
Nate LaRocco.
Nate LaRocco. And then
Yeah.
the second guy was a 40-second knockout?
Yeah, the second guy was Isaiah Simmons. They keep giving me wrestlers, man.
Yeah.
They don't think I wrestle. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
know?
You'll have that. I mean, you got the hands clearly.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that hook was nuts, dude.
Dude, yeah, we just watched that right before you got here. And it was like,
Bah!
how did
Yeah.
that feel?
dude, it felt. At first, my hand hurt, but
Yeah.
it felt good, dude. It felt, and
Yeah.
like I was speaking before too. Like, I never look for those knockouts. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I've had so many kickboxing fights. I'm ranked currently. I think I'm currently ranked number 1 or 2 in the nation for kickboxing.
Okay.
So, like, I've had so many kickboxing fights, and I've never looked for knockouts. Like, whenever you
Right.
look for a knockout, you like never get it.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
And most
yeah,
of the
I can
time,
see
It
that.
kind of just happens.
Yeah, most of the time
I
you
can see
actually
that.
end up getting knocked out. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like, when you're
'cause you're
looking for
trying.
it, yeah, you sit down, you wind up, like you want it. But this was just, I wasn't looking for it.
Yeah.
I just felt his presence, and I felt my presence, and I just made my presence dominate over his.
For sure.
You know, and
That's cool.
whoever's in there, that's gonna be like the same way. Then I've been working on that hook for like a long time.
Yeah, it looked like
Long-
it.
Yeah,
It was
long
nice.
time getting
There's
the
some
elbow
nice
up with
form.
the technique.
Yeah,
and-
Dude, it was, I seen you get the elbow up, and there wasn't much of a swing. That was just,
That
No.
motherfucker was quick.
that was
Yeah.
raw power.
It's the we call a pendulum step. It was the pendulum step with the hip rotation and shoulder rotation.
Okay.
But the finishing touch was that shoulder pop. Like
Okay.
that's why you'll
Yeah,
see like
yeah.
my elbow was up, because if like you have a low elbow, you can't like put your elbow down and try to drive your hand across
Yeah,
your
yeah.
body. You
There's
can't.
more-
Now
you're
put it
fighting
up.
gravity.
Now you can drive it all the way.
Okay.
So that shoulder pop was like the finishing touch.
Nice.
And like for a second I was surprised, like when I dropped him, I was surprised. Like
yeah, I bet.
because I said you don't look for it.
Yeah.
And like I thought it was, I saw like his eyes roll back in the back of his head, and he was done.
Fuck.
And I'm like, for a split second, I'm like, okay, is the referee's gonna stop it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then like, I don't feel him.
Oh.
I'm like, this motherfucker. So I'm like, okay, let me just bop,
Yeah.
6, 7 more hooks.
Damn.
And then he ran into me.
You
dude.
went
He
in on him
ran
like
into me
fucking
like
Ngannou.
I did, dude.
That was
But the
nuts.
ref hit me so hard.
Yeah.
The ref hit me so hard.
Yeah.
That's
man.
crazy.
He almost knocked me out.
He hit you harder than the
Yeah,
dude.
dude, he hit me hard. I was like, God damn.
Dude, some
like,
refs are out there fucking tackling,
For
bro.
sure.
Like, it's bad.
That's-
big boys, dude.
Yeah,
He's a
dude.
big boy. He fought too. He was an MMA fighter before.
really?
He
Yeah.
weighed like a good, just from feeling him, he's like probably like a good 220 pounds.
Yeah,
Man.
it's a big boy.
How much do you weigh?
Right now, I'm probably like 178 or 180. I try to not be over 10 pounds at my fight weight because I'm fucking cutting weight.
So
Yeah.
what's your fight weight then?
My fight weight's 170.
170?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah, I know. I think they said in that fight you were like 160-ish.
169. So I actually
169.
I'll overcut,
Okay.
but that was nice because I woke up, had breakfast.
For sure.
And I was still like,
Hell yeah.
I had
Felt
some,
good.
Calm and composed.
yeah,
That's
it
dope.
felt
I
good.
like it. I like it. So I know you. We were kind of trying to talk about this and figure out what exactly happened. What happened with that Alex Demetrenko? I think.
Oh, Alexander Dimitrenko?
Yeah.
So Alexander Dimitrenko is a professional kickboxer.
Yeah.
He's ranked number 10 in the world as a pro. And he's had 450 amateur fights.
Jesus.
And 6 or 7 years ago, he fought the current 205-pound UFC champ, Alex Pereira, which everybody probably knows him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And he took him to a split decision in kickboxing. They fought
No
professionally.
shit.
Yeah, they fought professionally, I think in Brazil or China or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was doing good. Like
Split
He was
decision.
doing
Yeah.
good, yeah. And then
Was
like
that I know you fought that on like a broken ankle?
yeah, so I fought Alexander Dimitrenko, the same dude that fought Pereira.
Was that a fight or a spar?
It was a fight.
A fight.
It was a fight
Okay.
in Florida. So it was in Florida
shit.
this year in February. It was the national tournament for kickboxing.
Wow.
And he came from Russia on a visa. Wow. And just a fight. And like
Yeah.
nobody's even in his corner. And
God.
he's got no
Jeez.
coach, no nothing. First round, like I'll show you guys the highlights. First round, I'm just putting it on him, dude.
Yeah.
Putting it on him. I wobbled him. I caught him
Yeah.
with the right hand. He stumbled. And I'm like, but his guard was so fucking good,
Yeah,
man. His guard
super
was
tight.
so tight, especially for kickboxing. It's a
Yeah.
lot different guard and a lot different style
Yo,
than
yeah.
MMA.
I bet.
And like the organization we're fighting for at Waco really scores low kicks.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
So they're not a 10-9 system. They score every punch and strike you land. So like let's say you land 5 clean strikes on me, and I land 3 on you.
Yeah.
You're up 2-0.
Right.
You
Okay.
know, those cancel each other out. But
Right.
what they do is they score leg kicks a lot. Like you can
Okay.
like my buddy Tobias, he fought at the World Championship in Italy, and he fought a Serbian guy
Oh,
actually,
nice.
and he hit him like 5-6 piece, hit him clean to the body.
Yeah.
You know, they only score 1 point. This guy takes the hits, Serbian guy just does 3 leg
Right,
kicks,
just-
and they score 3 points for him.
No shit.
So I had no option but to kick, and I
So
fractured.
it's different.
It's
It's
way
super
different.
different.
And I fractured my ankle sparring 2 weeks before the fight. Wow. And I'm like, man, I'm like, dude, why is this gonna happen to me,
Yeah.
man? But I'm
That
like, man,
sucks.
fuck it. And I really did. I put some Serbian moonshine on my ankle.
Oh, really?
Wrapped it up. Yeah, dude.
Like
Like,
actual moonshine.
like actual Serbian moonshine.
That's
Like,
crazy.
What does
how-
that do? Yeah.
It just it does something.
It
I don't
does
know.
something.
It's magical.
Yeah.
It does something. Like that's
Yeah.
what the Warriors did in Serbia when like they would actually go to war.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
Bacon
yeah.
and Serbian moonshine, man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Smack
Oh,
some and
fuck.
smack some onions on your foot.
Hell
something
yeah.
like
You get a
that.
little
That's
tipsy off of that?
No,
feel
only
like
when I
you
drink.
got
Only
it.
when I drink. I should have brought some,
You
man.
should've.
Because I had some at home. I
Damn.
should have brought some. We could have taken shots.
Bro, you
That's all right.
Serbians go wild.
We
my
do.
Parents, my
Yeah,
parents
dude.
live right behind a Serbian church, and they have festivals all the time.
Dude,
and
it's crazy.
Bro,
You guys gotta come to one.
Oh, the
it
Serb Fest,
goes
right?
down.
That's
yeah,
what it's called?
I'll be your guide.
It goes down.
Yes, dude, that'd be great.
Next year, actually, it's like the big Srbija that we call, like the big Serb Fest. Like everybody from around the country comes. It'll be like 10,000 people.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
you
cool.
guys should come to that one. We'll have fun.
Where's
When
that
is
at?
nuts.
It's gonna be in Parma. It should be
Okay.
in Parma, Cleveland.
Gotcha.
But it should be. Dude, those go crazy.
When is that?
It should be next year in August or September.
Okay.
Okay.
You know. And
Yeah, that church that's behind my parents' house. They live over in Akron. There's a big Serbian church right there off like Arlington.
Yeah,
And,
I was just there actually.
Oh, really?
Saint Archangel Michael.
It's off
Yeah, I
Pickle
think so,
Road.
yeah.
Yeah, on Pickle Road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it's so weird. I never
Yeah.
like speak English. Like I know how to say it in Serbian, Sveti Archangel
Yeah.
Mikhailo, but like in English, I'm like, hold up.
Right.
Yeah,
right, right.
dude, I bet that is weird.
Yeah.
It
If you said it in
is.
Serbian, I would have been like,
Yeah,
for sure.
But in English, I'm like, I never like really like say like Serbian terms or like stuff like that.
Yeah,
in
but yeah,
English.
they go wild. I've gone to their festivals a few times.
They're
and it's-
nice.
dude. It's
They're
so
nice.
much.
What
That
kind of food does like Serbia have?
Man, we got pljeskavice, cevapi, sarma,
It almost seems
karađorđe,
like
schnitzlet. Oh,
it almost
Okay.
seems like it's like they take the basic food groups and make fire dishes out of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
there's like
potatoes, meat.
some of our like dishes are like our own, and then some are influenced by like the Byzantine Empire and Greece, and
That's
some
cool.
are also like by the Ottoman Empire.
Nice.
We won't mention that.
So it's like a little Mediterranean inspiration.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's cool.
And then some dishes are like our own, like Karageorgieva Schnitzle.
Yeah.
That's like,
You said schnitzel.
yeah, like Karageorgieva. That's like a king back in our time.
Okay.
So what it is, it's like it can either be chicken or pork, and inside it's stuffed with cheese and bacon.
Oh
And
shit.
then it's fried and breaded, and then you pour like lemon all over it, and you eat it with tartar sauce, and it's
Oh,
like
fuck,
good. It's like a schnitzel, like a rolled. It looks like a big sausage, just like this big.
I'm getting
Like
hungry.
that long.
Damn, that sounds
I'm
good,
getting
dude.
hungry.
Yeah, I didn't eat today.
We might have to get some food after this.
You
Yeah.
might. And the drinks too, man. Like our moonshine, we call it
Oh,
akia.
yeah.
Akia.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
They'll
yeah.
label it as brandy now, but it's moonshine. We make it from plums and pears and
Okay. Yeah.
and quince, and you can make it. Somebody in my village tried to make it from bananas and water.
From bananas?
Yeah,
That's
dude,
crazy.
it didn't work.
Dude, so speaking of your village, when did you live there? And
Well,
how,
real quick. I'm sorry, just to because I had one more point on that that fight that you had with
Yeah.
Alex when you were on the broken ankle.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you, what like in retrospect, when you look back on fights like that, when you know like you're down, you know what I mean? You had a broken ankle going into it. When you look back on that, do you regret doing that? Do you think it was a poor decision, or do you look at it more of like or do you see it more of like a learning experience?
Nah, it's a
or-
fight, man. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Either I'm gonna get knocked the
Definitely.
fuck out,
That's
you're
true.
getting knocked the fuck out.
That's
like,
true. I mean,
it's
you're
a
fighting.
Fight. You know, I always believe I'm gonna win, but you know, fuck it. It's a fight. At the end of the day, it's a fight. Am I allowed to curse on here? Is it
Yeah,
good?
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
It's, fuck
Please.
it. It's a fight. You know,
It's
and
preferred.
like, I know another issue that was in that fight is I didn't have a shot of moonshine before the fight. So
Ooh, I bet
sometimes
something like that
I'll
would
have
be
I'll have a
nice.
shot of moonshine before I fight, like
Yeah.
Serbian
Yeah.
moonshine,
Hell yeah.
and I'll whoop ass, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like I'll whoop it. Like my first MMA fight, 3 hours before I was gonna go fight, man, I was like poured a shot, poured a shot, and went out and fought.
Let's
dude.
go. Yeah, it
It
gets
felt
you
like
nice
I
and
just
loose.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
nice and loose, and like you just like you're going.
Hell yeah.
Like,
You
it's some,
feel
like,
courageous for real.
yeah, like
I
somebody
love-
just
yeah.
like put some rocket fuel in you.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know,
Damn, dude.
but it was a
Yeah, I
good
get
fight.
that.
I was beating in the first round.
Fuck yeah.
But after the first round, I my ankle like just went out.
Yeah,
And then I
that
was just
sucks,
afraid of it breaking. You know.
Yeah,
I
for
was
sure.
afraid of it breaking.
I know you were talking. I think on the podcast you were just on, you were saying how like your coaches were like, send him the kicks, man.
Yeah,
You're like-
dude. I was like, oh my god. I was like, but I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him about the fracture, nor did I tell him about, you know, because they would have been like, oh no, you're not fighting.
Right. Of
So I'm
course.
like, you know,
yeah.
let me shut my dumb ass up, and you know, I want to fight. Like, Coach, I'm good. Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
but
Damn, you were down an ankle. You were down moonshine.
yeah, I was down.
Oh, that
all the
sucks.
essentials.
Yeah.
All the essentials you need
Fuck.
for fighting,
Mm-hmm.
you're down. Cause
For sure.
Damn, bro.
like even look at John Jones, man. Dude goes on a bender before
Yeah.
a fight,
Yeah.
a weekend bender. He
Yeah.
adds everything. I'm only doing moonshine and an ankle. He does cocaine, hookers, like all of it. And then he goes and beats your ass, dude. Like
Yeah.
you feel like, what the fuck? Let me
funny.
retire from my job.
Yeah, for real.
Dude, if you could fight someone in the UFC, who would you want to fight? Because you're in the 170 class, so what is
I
that?
would want to fight Bilal Muhammad.
Bilal?
Muhammad?
Yeah, because he's just boring, dude.
Dude, Bilal
Yeah.
is boring.
He's boring and
Yeah.
he fucking sucks, dude. His striking sucks.
I don't like him.
His striking sucks, man.
Bro, there's so many. Bro, I watch like UFC prelims and I'm like, bro, your fights that are filmed are more entertaining than half those fucking fights.
It is,
Yeah.
I mean, but I have a lot. I come from kickboxing, so I have a lot of kickboxing experience
True.
and a lot of kickboxing background. So
Yeah.
So
Keeps it more
I
entertaining.
feel
keeps
like a
it
lot of
entertaining.
people in the UFC, like the reason it's so boring is because they're scared to lose on that stage, so they're taking it cautious.
They
you know what
are.
I'm saying?
They are.
But I feel like if they got a big ass purse for whatever they did, dude, I feel like whoever's hungrier for that fight would go for that purse.
They are, but that's not the martial arts essence. Like if you're in MMA, you're a martial artist first. You're not an athlete.
That's true.
You're not a fighter. You're a martial artist first, and then a warrior second. And what what a martial artist and a warrior does is he goes to eliminate his opponent. That's his only goal. Nothing else exists in his life but to eliminate the enemy, destroy him completely. So if you're trying to get a decision, then that's why nobody knows who Bilal Muhammad is. That's why, if you're just gonna go for a decision, Like you're first of all, you're not staying true to yourself
Yeah.
and to your craft. You
That
know?
makes sense.
You're like if we're there on a field, you know, like back in the day, like if we're there on a field and you attack me and my life's in danger, I'm not trying to outpoint you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah. I never really thought about it like that.
That's
That
true.
kind of puts it in a new perspective when you watch, like when you watch the UFC, just for example, and you see people like kind of, you know, pussyfooting around, worried about
man,
getting
it's
hit.
boring.
Like,
That's
get
why
the
some
fuck
people.
out
That's
of
why
there.
that dude Muhammad Mokayev got cut. He's like 12-0, 13-0, and he got cut on like a 5-win streak. 'Cause
Really?
he's fucking boring, dude.
Yeah.
he's
Damn.
there's some amateur fighters who are more exciting than
For sure.
than
Oh, yeah.
these guys, dude.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah. So what were you about to say? Do you remember?
Yeah, back in Serbia, how old were you when you lived there, and then like when did you come to the U.S.?
So, I was born. I had something in my mouth. I was born in High Point, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I moved. We went back there when I was a year old. Stayed there till I was like 3 or 4.
Back to Serbia.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I moved back there when I moved back to the United States again when I was all little, when I was like 4. Then moved back again to Serbia when I was 7.
Okay. So it's kind of been back and forth.
Yeah, it's been back and forth, and I lived there actually by myself for 2 years.
Oh shit.
In
Yeah.
Serbia?
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I got
That's
to train
dope.
with. I got to train with some cool people. I got to train with K1 champion heavyweight.
Oh,
No
really?
shit.
Yeah, his name is Viktor Vasic.
Oh, that's
That's
So
dope.
he's a really good fighter. He's a really good kickboxer, and he's a really good MMA fighter too. So, and I went, you know, to some other places as well and trained. But I've been training, like, sometimes it's different when people ask me, "Hey, when did you start training?" Sometimes I'll tell them 15, or sometimes I'll tell 7.
Okay.
Because I started training when I was 7, but I didn't start taking it seriously till I was 15.
Yeah.
So like that's when I like, you know. But when I was 7, I started training in karate and sambo and
Fuck yeah.
boxing. So and like over there, a lot of my family members that stayed over there. One, it was Yugoslavia back in the day.
Yeah.
You had to, as soon as you turned 18, you had to do 6 months of mandatory military service.
Yep.
And over there, they would teach you judo, boxing, and sambo. And like I have like 3 or 4 uncles that like
That did that?
have
Yeah.
like a international master of sports in sambo or a
shit.
master of sports in sambo, just like
That's
just
cool.
like Habib's dad. Habib's dad
Yeah.
learned
Yeah.
sambo and combat sambo in the military, and then he, you know, taught Habib. So
That's
I
fucking
always
cool.
did that when I was little. I did that in soccer. Like we would
Nice.
just wrestle and play soccer, wrestle
That's
and
that
play
footwork.
soccer. Yeah, wrestle
Hell
and play
yeah.
soccer. You know, so hopefully when we can kick to the head and kick somebody's head into the goal.
For sure.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Is
That's
soccer the biggest sport over there?
Yeah, in Serbia.
Yeah.
In Europe in general, soccer's
Yeah.
like in Serbia as well. Like if you're doing sports, it's either, you know, soccer, basketball, or taekwondo, judo, boxing, sambo.
Yeah. That's cool. I took a little karate when I was a kid.
Hey, karate's the shit, man.
I was sick with that fucking bow staff.
Yeah, dude. You fucking hey.
The bow staff.
Hey, there's applications to it.
For
Let's
sure.
say you're benching. Somebody's big fucking roid head comes at you.
True.
You take those plates off and you fucking bow staff the shit out.
Oh,
dude.
With a
That's
What the
fucking
fuck? Yeah.
dude, them things are heavy. I don't know if I can swing one of them around.
Get a
bro.
15-pound one, like the
Yeah, there you go.
the 15
Little
pound
thin one?
Yeah, the thin
Dude,
one.
I feel
There
like
you
I would
go.
go crazy with a bow staff. That'd probably be my weapon.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fun one.
You probably end up in jail.
Probably, yeah.
There's a man walking with
Almost.
a bow staff in Kent.
There's a brown man and
Knock 3 people out.
Yeah, so anyway, what was your so you kind of described your upbringing. What exactly was it like? Like did you have any what was kind of like your motivation? Like what made you actually want to pursue the career in martial arts? You
My
know what I mean?
motivation, I think, would come from, you know, the way my parents raised me, especially my mom, was she told me whatever you do in life, put 100% love into it. She's like, I don't
Okay.
care what it is. If you're sweeping the floor, mopping the floor, washing the dishes, or you're doing something big, everything in life will be enjoyable and easier if you put your soul and love into it.
I like that.
That's awesome.
And that's what I try to do with everything that I do, because why would I go around my life just, you know, being negative and complaining and grounding and pounding, like,
Yeah.
being like, oh, I have to do this. I don't have to do shit. I want to do this.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
Like, I want to be here on this podcast. I want to talk to you guys. I want to do this, do that. Like, I enjoy it, you know? Like,
Fuck
you just
yeah,
got to
man.
enjoy it. And upbringing, my motivation. My motivation comes from a lot of things. Like I
Yeah,
can't
I'm
even
sure.
pinpoint it.
I'm sure.
But I've had, a good life. I've had hard situations and easier situations. Like I know when we first came to Serbia, I remember, we had like only like a food for a week. And like we had
yeah.
like it was like
Damn.
pork in a bucket. Like,
Right.
we just
So it
froze
was a struggle.
And man, I was hungry, dude. I just took that bucket. I started eating that pork.
I
Man.
bet.
Before I didn't really like pork, but when
Yeah.
you're hungry, dude,
Fuck yeah,
it don't
man.
matter. Like,
Yep.
and we would just be outside. Like, there's no internet.
Yeah.
There was no cable. We would just be outside and playing soccer or wrestling or
Yeah,
getting
for
into
sure.
trouble.
That's cool, man. So humble beginnings. Long story
Yeah.
short. Yeah, that's one thing dude, it's crazy how like not having something really puts shit in perspective
Yeah.
for you. I'm prior service. The military really like drilled that into my head.
Oh,
Like,
thank you for your service, man.
Of course, you don't got to do all that. It's all right.
Got to.
It's just National
I
Guard.
respect soldiers of all ethnicity,
Yeah.
of all nationalities. I respect soldiers
For sure.
man.
I appreciate that.
That's the
But
toughest
yeah,
job.
that's like, I mean, it was just National Guard, so I wasn't out there on the front lines
You
fighting.
still-
but
yeah,
but
still
we did the
dedication.
same. We did the same training, so it was like, it really puts it in perspective. Like when you're out there in the field, and dude, it's something about like you just brought up a bucket of fucking pork. Doesn't sound that appetizing at face value, but bro, when you're hungry, you put a bucket of pork in front of
Yeah,
me, I'm
dude.
killing that shit.
You're gonna eat shit when you're hungry, dude. You'll eat anything.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I would love to train in some type of combat, dude, but that shit, I don't know. I'm afraid of getting knocked out, dude. I don't want to.
For sure.
I feel like my luck, I just, fucking my fingers.
You can do a jiu-jitsu class once. I remember, like
Yeah,
5 years ago.
dude, it was a
And
long
you were
time
moving
ago.
good though. He moves. Hey, Francisco's a natural, guys.
He is.
He did. He was
For
when
sure.
he was moving.
He went to a jiu-jitsu
He went to a
class?
Brazilian jiu-jitsu class. Yeah, and the way he was moving, I don't know if he trained in jiu-jitsu before or not.
No.
But it looked like he trained in jiu-jitsu.
He's
That's
a little
what's up, bro.
athletic.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was like if you you don't want to take hits and stuff like that, you could do wrestling, judo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu,
True.
and
For
that's
sure.
if you don't have aspirations to take it like far and compete,
Right.
you don't have to, dude. If you just wrestle and do judo,
I think
and do
wrestling and
jiu-jitsu,
shit would be pretty cool.
bro, and you could fuck like if the average person doesn't know what they're like. The average person
very
with
true.
wrestling and judo, jiu-jitsu, dude,
Yeah.
you will fuck them up, man.
Very
Yeah,
true.
Like you can, that's a wrestling and jiu-jitsu, judo. That's like one of the best self-defense martial
Oh, yeah.
arts you can do.
I feel like that's a good foundation to have if you're going into fighting. Like
It
if you want to
is.
do MMA.
it is.
What was
Yeah.
your foundation? You started with karate? you
I
said?
started with when I was 7. I started with karate and sambo and boxing.
What is sambo exactly?
So sambo's a Russian grappling martial art.
Okay.
It's like a mix of freestyle wrestling, Greco-Roman, judo,
Okay.
and Japanese jiu-jitsu.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah, I've heard of it before. I figured it was kind of something like that.
Yeah,
but,
so it's like it's almost like you could almost the most similar thing you could compare it to is like catch wrestling. Like you have all the takedowns and grips and manipulations of wrestling, but when you get down on the ground, it's not like judo. It's not like you only have 5 or 10 seconds to do a submission and it's just throwing.
Right.
Yeah.
It has it throws some from judo as well, but it has the submissions from jiu-jitsu as
Okay.
well, like arm triangles, kimuras,
Right.
Oh,
triangles.
so
Okay,
it's
that's
like
cool.
like
It's
with
like
wrestling,
everything.
you gotta pin their back.
Yeah,
but
with
with
wrestling,
sambo, you can.
Yeah, wrestling
in
doesn't
holds and
have
shit.
any let's say wrestling doesn't have any submissions
Yeah.
in it
Right.
if you're doing freestyle or Greco. But then Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is all, ground and submission, but their takedowns aren't so good and their throws
Yeah.
aren't so good. But Sambo's like everything.
Gotcha.
Like it's the
Okay.
complete ground system, the complete grappling system.
Okay,
Cool.
so you think that's like the more refined version of like wrestling, I guess, and
Yeah, I
grappling?
think that's like for MMA, like that's why a lot of the Sambo guys are great for MMA because when they get to the ground, they have more options than just a freestyle or Greco
Right.
wrestler. It's not just control, and they have more options off their back
Yeah.
because in
Yeah.
wrestling, if you get pinned, most of the time you're trying to explode or scramble out.
Right.
right.
But if you get pinned, that's that. This way, if you're in Sambo, you're not getting pinned. If you know what you're doing off your back,
Right.
you have
Yeah.
more time
Try
to
to
work
come out
and
of
get
that.
out.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So Sambo was invented in like the 1910s or 1920s
Oh shit.
by 2 Russians.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Russians or was it USSR?
It was two Russian guys, but it wasn't. The USSR was after World War II. That's when
Okay.
the Soviet
Yeah.
Union, USSR came after World War II. That was like 1920s. That was during like the Lenin era.
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you started with karate and sambo
Yeah, and boxing.
and boxing,
Yeah.
and how did it progress from there?
It was I would always keep it was mostly most of it was really more towards sambo because
Okay.
over there they love to wrestle,
Yeah, for sure.
and we kept doing that, and then when we moved back to the States, my mom actually signed me up to train at the Academy of Self-Defense.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu here, and that was just mostly stand-up striking,
Oh,
mostly
okay.
and mostly like a karate
Yeah.
karate base. So it was a little bit different than what I was used to.
Yeah.
I was used to
some
like,
more probably.
yeah,
like,
I was used to more
point-based
like
stuff.
like drilling
Yeah.
and like and stuff like that. But then after that, I went into kickboxing here.
Okay.
Kickboxing in the United States, and that's where like I really got my kicks and knees and all
Yeah,
that stuff on
for sure.
point.
That's cool.
That's dope.
That's fun stuff, man.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Who did you look up to? I feel
a
like
good
you
question.
like Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. When I was younger, I loved Bruce Lee.
I
Yeah.
did too, bro. Enter
Bruce
the
Lee's the
Dragon. I
shit.
had that on Blu-ray.
Fuck yeah. dude.
Repeat every day, bro. I swear.
Dude, yeah, man. Yeah, Bruce Lee. I think a lot of people have,
Yeah.
Yeah.
looked to Bruce Lee no
Mhm.
matter what field of
Oh yeah.
career they're doing.
Yeah.
because you
Even
can
outside
always-
of martial arts.
you could take something. The guy's philosophy is on point.
It is,
just
dude.
for life.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
life and everything like that.
Bruce Lee was the shit, man.
Yeah, he was, dude. I loved watching his movies and stuff because
Oh, yeah.
when I would watch his movies, I would also like after the movie or whatever, I'd watch YouTube videos on like Bruce Lee would move so fast the
Fuck yeah.
cameraman would be fucking scared and stuff. And I was like, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, there was all kinds of shit like that. His like he was like famous for his super fast punches or all
Yeah,
kinds of
dude.
YouTube videos and shit.
I remember I watched a demonstration that he did in front of a bunch of people where he was just doing a bunch of cool stuff and I seen he did a 1-inch punch and stuff. And I was
Yup.
like, dude, this guy's the shit.
Yep. The
he was
1-inch
killing
punch
it.
is a classic.
It is, man. It's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever trained for that?
I did actually. When I was like,
Yes.
when I was younger, man, I love Bruce Lee too, and I was like, whenever I had spare time, I'm like, dude, let me try to get this 1-inch
Yeah,
punch down,
dude.
Let
Yeah.
me try to get this 1-inch punch down, and it's so tough to get down, dude.
That's so
Imagine if
funny.
somebody pulled that off in MMA
Dude.
and like knocked somebody out with a 1-inch punch,
Yeah.
dude.
Bro, that would
You
be
just-
fucking crazy.
That would've
I didn't
been
even
nuts.
think about
Dude,
that.
that would go viral, man.
I did a little 1-inch punch training when I was a kid too. After getting hyped up by Bruce Lee. Fuck
Like,
yeah.
everybody did. Whoever watched
Yeah,
Bruce Lee,
yeah,
they
had
probably,
I was
you know,
always trying the 1-inch punch, dude.
That's so funny.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think are some big differences between like pro and amateur fighting? Like what are some big things kind of to look out for? Cuz I
There's
know
the
you're
rules.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. True. Do you think they're more heavy on the rules with pro?
No, they're more heavy on the rules with the amateurs.
Yeah.
Because, when you're pro, that's in the field where everybody should know what they're doing at that
True.
point. Sometimes it doesn't, because I've seen some people in the UFC, get caught in a loose arm triangle choke,
Yeah.
and they don't know that they should just bring their elbow back in
Oh yeah.
to the inside
Yeah.
and not get choked. It's like loose, like they have the space to bring their elbow
Right.
Right.
back in, and they're just staying here, and they
Okay.
get finished, and I'm like,
Come on.
dude, how is this guy in the UFC,
Yeah,
dude? He
yeah.
doesn't even know, or like somebody's stuck in half guard and they don't even know how like a basic shrimp.
Right.
I'm like,
That was the
dude.
first thing I learned in basic training.
Yeah,
was
I'm
the
like, they
shrimp.
don't even know like a basic shrimp. Like, they're in half guard and they have space to turn on their side and they're just like laying like a fucking starfish
Yeah.
on their back, dude.
Dude.
Like a lame girl who doesn't want to have any sex. Like she's just like on their side, just like, hey, just do what. Like I was like, dude, it's like put some
That's funny.
enthusiasm into it, man. Like,
Where's the
like,
passion?
yeah, where's the passion? I mean, even when you're fighting, like, dude, you're getting your ass beat. Like,
You wanna just lay
a
there?
lame
Yeah.
girl, she could stay there if she doesn't want to do anything. Like, it's consensual, don't worry.
Of
but
course.
she can be like, But if you're getting your ass beat,
Yeah.
you better move,
Yeah, you
man.
better
better
move.
get on the hip. You better start
better shrimp,
scrambling.
motherfucker.
Yeah, you better shrimp, dude. You better shrimp your little ass instead of just staying down.
Do a scrimp.
I always go like the Customato mentality. What separates a professional and amateur is a professional, and Customato is Mike Tyson's coach.
Yeah.
A professional does what he needs to do no matter how he feels.
Okay.
No matter how he feels, he does the job that needs to be done.
Yeah.
And that's a professional in any field. So when they say, oh, amateur, pro, dude, there's some amateurs that will go in the, like right now could beat the shit out of a bunch of pros.
For sure.
They have more experience. They have more MMA fights. They have more kickboxing fights.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you can go to the state of Iowa and you can be 0-0 and turn pro. Like, you could right now, me and you could go right now to state of Iowa, us three, and all three of you could turn pro with no experience.
Yeah.
Like, some states, their athletic commission don't give a shit. Like,
That
I
makes
know when
sense.
I was in I moved to Milwaukee for like 4 months to train at Rufus Sport, and I got to train with like Sergio Pettis and Anthony
Oh,
Pettis.
shit.
What?
And like Dan Ige.
That's crazy.
And like
Dan
and like
Ige?
and like yeah, like he was
That's
there for a
nuts.
camp, and it's like there's a pro there who was 1-0 as a pro, but his amateur record is 1-2. And I'm just like,
Wow.
oh, I'm like, what the? I'm like, how does that work? He's like, yeah, I just went to the state of Iowa. Like, you don't need a winning record there. You can just turn pro.
Damn.
Probably best on
He's
his
like,
body.
he was like, I just want to get paid.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Some people don't give a shit. Some people just want to get paid, dude.
That's dope.
Some people just want to make
Beat
money.
the fuck out of someone, make some money.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
because as an
guess.
amateur in
Bro, I
the
gotta pay
U.S.,
rent.
you only make
Yeah,
true. Money from your ticket sales as an
Okay.
amateur in the U.S.
Okay.
But when you turn
makes
pro,
sense.
then you start making money to show and money
Yeah.
to win.
Yeah.
For your first fight as a pro, you might get like I don't know 400 or 500 to win, 500 to show.
Yeah.
So do you know a lot of local fighters around the area?
Yeah, I know a lot of local fighters, but I stick with my team and my group because there's no friends in this game.
For
dude.
sure.
Yeah.
Like if you're in the same weight class as me, I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
not your friend. Yeah, I'll be
That's
cordial.
facts,
I'll be
bro.
cordial and respectful and talk to you, but
yeah.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck if you're
I don't give a fuck. Like, dude, tomorrow we could be standing across the cage.
For
So,
sure.
You're coming up to me, this and this, and I'm just looking at you like whoever comes up, like, dude. I'm like,
Get the
man, like,
fuck
I'm just
out.
like, just out of respect,
Yeah.
But like tomorrow, if we ever fight, like, all that shit's out the window.
Yeah.
All that
Yeah, for
shit's
sure.
out the window.
That's
It has to be.
fire.
You're just
bro.
another pawn to take off the board.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Like, I'm
This
not
is
your
your
fucking friend.
game.
Like Mike Perry, you thought you had a friend, boy. Like, I ain't your fucking friend,
Dude,
dude.
I love Mike Perry. I love that he went to BKFC, bro.
He's a nut. and
He's
that's suiting him.
crazy, dude.
I love Mike Perry too. That dude is.
Yeah.
he is a fucking nut.
He is
a nut, bro.
dude, in a good
But
way.
He's
Yeah.
so entertaining, though, bro. He brings the fucking heat every time.
For
He's
sure.
always talking shit. It's perfect,
That's funny. How big of a shit talker are you? You talk shit?
Yeah, I talk shit.
Yeah, you talk shit.
I talk shit.
Got a little
Say he
moonshine in
definitely-
you?
But
You
it's like
got
it's like
to.
it's not like malicious. It's more like it's a part, like Larry Bird. It's a part of the competition.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. For sure.
Like
bro. It's also part of, I feel like, the love for the sport, too.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel like that's just
true.
what you
and
got
it's
to
just
do.
entertaining. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit there like a fucking mop.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
no
yeah.
charisma.
I feel like you got the
and
you
just
got
be
the-
like this, like bend over and slouch. Like no, dude.
Yeah.
Like even
For
if I'm a
sure.
bitch, I'm gonna act like I'm not. You know, especially in fighting. Like
You have to.
listen, man. Yeah, dude. I'll talk. Like when we're sparring and stuff like that. Like I'll even talk, but like that's more like friendly. Like
Yeah,
I
of
got my
course.
boy. I got my
Come on, bitch,
Yeah,
let's
I got
go.
my boy Juan Goins.
Hey.
He's 4-1. He's like the best 135er in Ohio.
Hell yeah.
But he cuts weight. He's still like a big boy for 135.
Yeah.
He's like 5'8", so he's
Oh,
not
shit,
he's not a
okay.
little guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
And right now he weighs pretty heavy now.
Yeah.
Not like too heavy, but
Right.
me and him when we spar, dude, we start throwing gloves and start
Go at it.
banging.
Yeah.
And Juan would be like, "Come on, bitch, that's all you got."
Oh,
I thought
man.
170s hit harder. I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then
dude.
I'll go, and then he'll hit me with like a good 5-6 piece. I'm like, "Oh, that's what 135 feels like. That's what a little guy feels like."
Yeah,
So it's
dude.
just it's all love, Like
Yeah, for
our team is super super close, and we're super super tight and
That's cool,
trustworthy.
man. You got a good team together right now?
Yeah, it's like when I went to Milwaukee, man, at Rufus Sport, like one dude got caught with a good shot and he got wobbled, and like they were like, "Hey, break," And the dude was like, hey, fuck you, I'll fuck you up, man. Come here, let's take it out to the fucking street. I'll fuck your ass up and this and that. And the coach, Duke Rufus, was like, hey, like, hey, we're all a team here. Nah, fuck that shit. Come here, man. Come here. You want to fuck? I'm going to fucking kill you, dude. It's like, dude, you're not going to.
Some random?
Yeah, it's like, no, they were teammates.
Oh.
Wow.
It's like, dude, you're not going to get better in that environment.
nuts.
Like,
No.
you're not, like, look at the Thais in Thailand. Like, all they do is light sparring.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they fight all the time. It's like,
They fight all the fucking time.
They-
They fight babies over there.
they
bro.
do. They
Like
do.
little
They
toddlers.
gotta
They fight babies or the babies fight?
both. Both. They got a 6-month-old division.
Yeah, bro. It's
6-month-old?
Yeah,
it's
dude. They're
crazy,
fucking
serious?
kicking each other.
I was
They
like, bro, can
should.
you even
They got
walk?
on like puppeteering and shit. Like what?
You can't walk at 6 months?
no, it's like a fucking like for real. It's like a 2-3-year-old division. They're
Dude.
young
I was
as fuck.
shook.
They
You
got the
played that
gloves on
off.
up to the elbows, bro. It's crazy,
Dude, we're fucked.
Dude.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Whoever fights Thais in Muay Thai, you're fucked, dude.
God damn. Dude.
Those little guys, man.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I ever fight someone like that has the fucking things on their arms and stuff,
Yeah,
you know, the little
true.
braids, and he's like fucking smacking his elbows and shit, bro. Like
If he's a brown Asian, stay away from him. Yeah, dude. If he's a brown
walking
Asian,
the fuck out.
stay the fuck away from him.
For sure.
I'm gonna start looking out for brown Asians when I go out now. I'm gonna be like, stay away.
Oh,
Brown
dude,
Asians and chin strap
We got a guy
beards.
from Thailand. His name's Pa, and he trained Muay Thai when he was little, and like his brother fought and his dad fought. Dude, this guy, I love him, man, but he's so funny when you spar him. The whole time he's here,
Yeah.
and I hit him like hard. Like he hits me hard, I hit him hard, cross hook. He goes, pow, pow, and he goes. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He just, the more he gets hit, the more he smiles,
Yeah.
and the more he walks forward on you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, where the fuck's the timer, dude?
That's funny.
15 seconds left.
Yeah.
All right, let me just fucking circle,
Yeah.
dude.
He's like
'cause-
that dude. Who was that dude that fought fucking Sean O'Malley? What was his name? Crazy
Oh,
looking.
Chris
Chris
Motuno,
something?
the dude with the green hair.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
like him. He just fucking dude.
Dude, this
I thought
guy's
you were
even
gonna say.
worse.
Really?
I thought you were talking about Rod Tang for a second.
He's
No.
a nut too.
Bro,
man.
that
Dude, Rod
motherfucker
Tang
is
is a
scary.
nut.
He'll hit himself.
Yeah.
He will. You'll hit him and he'll hit himself.
Oh my god, some dudes are just nuts.
But
bro.
it actually, like those guys, like, because I fought Alexander, he had 450 amateur fights.
Yeah.
Because in Russia they'll do the same thing.
It's so many.
They'll do the same
fights.
thing as you know, Thais. Like Thais will have like 300, 400 fights. And I was like,
From
everybody
3
was,
years old.
yeah, and everybody was like talking. I know at the tournament they're like, "Damn, dude, do you see that Russian guy's here? He's got 400 fights." He's like, "I feel bad. Who's fighting him?" And I'm like, I turn around. I'm fighting him, man. I was like, I'm fighting him. I was like, listen, fuck his 400 fights.
Yeah,
Like, fuck his
bro,
400
hell yeah.
fights.
Let's
fuck
go,
fucking
no, fuck
fuck
yeah.
that dude.
He
No,
never
for
fought
real.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, let me see what this is. I got even more fucking hungry. I got even
Hell
more
yeah.
petty.
Yeah, dude, let's
I'm like,
go.
I got even more fire under my ass. I'm like, let's fucking go. And it was even in at the first round was mine. I won the first round because it was live scoring.
Okay.
So the first round I knew I won, and he was sitting there, not even sitting in his stool. And I talked about this in Forge in Ohio.
Okay.
He was sitting. He wasn't even sitting in his stool, and he's looking at me. He's, and I'm like looking at him like, fucking bitch, man. I grew up in the same fucking place as you. I
Yeah,
grew up in the
fuck yeah.
same fucking village. I grew up in the mountains like you.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't nothing special. And there's like, I'm thinking in like 30 seconds. There's 30 seconds left in the rest period.
Okay.
And my coach started giving me instructions. I'm like, get out. I'm like, get out the ring,
Fuck
man.
off me.
Get the fuck out the ring. I stand up. I'm like, come on, bitch.
There we go.
Like, you want to fight? I'm like, let's go. I'll stand up with you. I'm like, I'll stand up with you 30
Fuck
seconds.
Yeah.
But then he checked my kick and my ankle went out. my ankle fractured again.
And then did you fall, or what happened there?
Yeah, I got a 10 count. I got a standing 10 count from my
Damn.
ankle.
Oh my god!
And then
I
I'm
bet
like,
that hurt
dude.
like a
And then like his
bitch.
guard was so good. I'm like, all right, I'm probably not gonna knock this dude out. I could try, but I can't even like put the correct weight placement on my ankle. Like I
Right.
was putting
Damn,
all my weight
that's
on my
tough.
front foot.
Yeah.
So he was beating my leg up with leg kicks because I couldn't even lift it to check.
Yeah.
He just went smack, smack,
That's horrible.
smack,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, it hurt. Like it hurt. I'm not gonna lie, but I was just keeping looking. I'm like, come on, bitch, like
Hell
keep kicking
yeah.
me, you know, like
Keep
if
'em
we're,
coming.
whatever's gonna happen is supposed to happen.
For sure.
But then in the third round, I went for a kick. Oh man! And but then like it was over.
Yeah.
The referee stopped it right away.
That's tough, bro.
Because
That
that
is
one
tough.
he checked. Like that one he checked, and like his knee, my ankle went right on his knee,
Oh,
Oh.
fuck.
and my ankle was already messed up. So
I bet.
he knew too.
bro.
He knew. He could tell there was
Yeah,
something
for
wrong
sure.
with.
Did he keep like trying to hit you after that, or?
Well, the first round I was fighting my fight, and I was, he wasn't. In the first round, he probably only, and I don't even lie when I say I was whooping his ass worse than Pereira was, dude.
Yeah.
Like the first round, he only like maybe touched me like 2 or 3 times in general. Second round though, he noticed that something was wrong.
Yeah.
He touched me a good like 50 to 100 times,
Jesus
man,
Christ,
to the
dude.
body. He was beating my body up, man, because I couldn't move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I couldn't
sucks,
move,
dude.
and I'm like, I'm not stopping the fight, like I'll do what I can. But the thing is, like, I couldn't even counter strike back because I can't put weight on my right foot. So
Yeah.
like 80 or 90% of my weight's on my front foot, and like my right foot's just dangling off the floor.
Oh my god,
You're
dude! I
just playing
can't.
defense the whole time.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, I'm
Yeah.
like, let me try to like, and then like when in the later on, like the adrenaline came back, and I'm like, okay, now I can like put a little bit
Yeah.
of weight on. Then I went to kick him. That was a bad idea. It was the worst decision of my life.
Bro, I can't imagine like being your fucking mom. I can't imagine being a fighter's mom. I'd just be like, oh no.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
I
They're like
bet.
they're like this, like when
Oh,
you're watching,
yeah.
like they're like peekabooing and stuff.
Oh my god.
God, dude,
That's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
It's gotta be nerve wracking.
Yeah, it
Dude,
has
so
to be.
do you condition your legs? Like, do you fucking stone them?
Yeah, I condition my shins. Usually with like a wooden,
Okay.
like pallet, like I'll keep or like a wooden. Help me out, with my
Like
English
a,
guys.
Like a
Roller?
A paddle.
Yeah, like a roller.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like I'll smack it with that and I'll roll it.
Uh-huh.
But also, you'll just condition your shins from like kicking the bag, and kicking
Right.
your partners
sure.
and doing that. But you can do that extra shin conditioning,
Yeah.
But you want to do it in a smart way. You want to do it to cause like micro fractures.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
what exactly does that do?
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it. Like you don't want to be a meathead and just go kick a
Yeah.
fucking banana tree.
Kick
Yeah.
trees all
Like,
day.
and then like for like a week or two, like you can't even touch it. It hurts so bad. So
Bro,
there's
but
a
that's
system
like-
to it.
That's what them Thai people do though.
They do that,
fucking
but they're
kick
conditioned,
trees, bro.
They're conditioned. Like let's say like you're not conditioned and you
Oh.
go to kick a tree.
Right.
For a week or two, you can't even touch your fucking shin. It hurts so
Yeah,
bad.
that's
Like
true.
you have to cause like scientifically, you have to cause like these small micro fractures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard
Let
of
them regrow in 2 or 3 days and then do it again.
Yeah.
So when you're first starting doing your shin conditioning, you shouldn't do more than like 2 days a week if you want to do it systematically.
Yeah. It's essentially how like soreness works in your muscles.
Yeah.
Like it's like micro.
Yeah, like
Tears.
micro
Tears,
tears.
yeah.
Yeah, and they come.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to be like, you don't want to just be a meathead. Let's go hard. Let's go hard. The whole point of your working out is to, grow and improve.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the point of you just going hard if you're not really getting anything out of
Yeah,
it?
for sure. If you're just hurting yourself.
Yeah,
It's
Dude, I'm
defeats
trying to
all
watch you
purpose.
fight. I
Me
feel like
too,
I would
that'd be
be in
dope.
that bitch lit.
When's your next fight?
I would be screaming.
The
Oh,
next
yeah.
one, should be, because my hand was swollen, but now it's better. So the next one should be either mid-November or December, and that one
Okay.
will be local. It'll either be Akron or Cleveland.
You gotta
or
let us know.
Warren,
Yeah.
We'll
Let
be
us
there.
know, dude. We'll get
sure.
Come
tickets.
out.
Fucking dude, we could
Absolutely.
we can maybe get a showing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Dude.
Definitely get a few people out there.
For sure.
Get some
Oh yeah.
beers and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Maybe we'll do a shoey like Tai Tuivasa.
There we go.
I like that.
Yeah, we could turn that bitch up.
Oh,
man.
dude, no, we'd have to be in your back room with you and do the Serbian moonshine.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
I'll
Dude.
bring it out. Don't worry.
What's it called? What's it called again?
Rakia.
Rakia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so dope.
Yeah, I gotta try that for
Oh,
sure.
you do. You
Bring
do.
it to
I'll get
that
some-
fight.
I'll get some for you.
We'll be there
guys.
for sure, bro.
So, like, what's something... I've always wondered this with a lot of fighters. What, like, when you're in that fucking moment, dude, and you get rocked or something, but like, what's pushing you to, like, fucking, all right, I'm gonna kill this guy?
Yeah.
Like, do you ever think about anything else other than beating him up? Like a worldly thing?
That's a good
No,
question.
No, if I do, I usually don't perform well. Like,
Okay.
If you do, like, you have to go in there fully locked in and fully
Ready to defeat your opponent?
Yeah, and fully submitted to the moment.
Yeah.
Like everybody has a different way. Like you can do it through a godly way,
I was
through
just
an
gonna
earthly
say.
way,
Right.
through a scientific way. Like for me, I know because I'm very religious. So for me,
Okay.
before I walked into the cage, I crossed myself and I said, God, whatever your will is, that's what I want to happen. And I just walked in with complete trust in him and then complete trust in myself. And that for me is like Buddhists will talk about that as well, but we have that in Christianity as well because I'm Orthodox Christian. I'm not Catholic or Protestant. Like Buddhists will talk about, letting go to the moment and not having any thoughts. But also in Christianity, you can't submit to God and God's will if you have your own thoughts.
Yeah.
Right.
So what you do is when you submit to God, you don't have any thoughts and he just guides you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's whatever way works for you, whether it's through God, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, or scientifically.
Yeah.
You need to submit to that present moment, and you need to completely lock in and have no other thoughts, and you're only focused on that warrior spirit. You're only focused on destroying the person in front of you.
Yeah, it's greater than you.
And
you're
he
just
doesn't
the
even
vehicle.
exist. It's just you versus you. It's you. Like let's say you got better hands in this guy, but that little voice in the moment comes in. You're like, okay, what if I get countered? What if it doesn't work? That's not you versus him. That's you versus you.
Yeah, true.
So first you need to beat yourself in order to beat your opponent. You're not in there with another man. You're in there versus yourself. So if you have that confidence, you don't have that hesitation, you have that courage, you're going to win every time. But if you have those little voices that you can't control and that you can't beat, even if you're better than him, he's going to beat you.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
You're spitting facts right now.
So like how hard is it to keep like those thoughts out and just...
So it also comes from training. If you drill and train something and you do it 1,000 times and you can do it under stress as well, and it works for you in the training room, you trust and believe that, okay, this technique that I've done 1,000 times that I'm about to do right now on this guy, I know it's going to work.
Yeah.
So you also need that. The belief also comes from, your physical work and your physical effort.
Muscle memory.
But it also comes from your mental and your spiritual work as well. And that's what it is. It really is. There is no opponent. It's just you versus you in there. Because I know the way I felt that night or that day of the fight, and I don't care who was in there at 170 pounds.
Yeah.
Like I was messing them up. The
Absolutely.
conviction, the confidence, every movement was with intention, was with an intent to kill, was with belief in it.
Yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah.
and
That's
even
cool,
if
man.
if I got hurt, I'm like, okay, I'm still going through it. I'm gonna grit it out. And I'm not getting finished, man. Like, I refuse to fucking let this guy do anything to me.
Absolutely. That's how you got to do it, man.
Yeah.
You think you could take all three of us?
Probably not.
What the
Probably
fuck?
not. This dude's got a bottle. He's probably banged that bottle over my head, dude. Bam.
No, I'm quick.
He is. He looks like it
I'm
too,
agile.
man.
Yep.
I need to get into jiu-jitsu.
For
You
sure.
do.
I feel like I'd be a little slithery little
Yeah.
snake.
And he
Little
looks
slime.
like the type of guy that like is like quiet and calm, but he looks like the type of guy that like when shit pops off, he's like, I've been waiting for this moment my whole fucking life. You just fucked up.
yeah.
I feel like you'd have to cut your hair though for Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Would
cutting
you,
my hair.
would you go
anyway.
skinhead?
Yeah, no, I'm cutting my hair soon.
Oh.
Yeah.
After Halloween, I'm cutting my hair.
Oh, really? Like how much?
Gone.
Gone.
Skinhead?
Buzz.
Buzz?
Jiu-jitsu.
What?
Buzz.
Whoa.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's going to
Yeah.
be crazy.
Me and Ethan were talking about doing that and then bleaching our hair.
What are you, Slim Shady and out?
Yeah.
We were going to bring
Here
it
we
up
go.
to you.
Oh.
Hey, bring Slim Shady back, man.
Fuck yeah.
That's what I'm
I was
saying.
just bumping Slim Shady before the
Oh,
pod.
the new album?
No,
Or the
no,
old
his
one?
old
Some
shit.
Oh, the
stuff.
raw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so speaking of that, what's like your like pre-fight music? Do you have like a...
Good question.
Yeah, we get you in the moment.
Yeah, what gets you going?
I usually do Serbian and like traditional Serbian music,
Yeah.
usually tied to like warriors or
Fuck yeah.
God or past wars. It like
so it
just
makes
put
you
like a
spiritual.
it puts like a warrior spirit in me.
Yeah.
That's
It
cool.
puts me in like a warrior spirit where just like I'm just like calm, and I'm like, okay, dude, like I'm ready to die
Yeah. Focus.
and I'm ready to kill.
But we ride.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Like I'm
Fuck
either
yeah,
ready.
man.
I'm either killing you or you're killing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my mindset in
Absolutely.
in the fight.
What
I'm
do
not
you
gonna lie, if you
crazy,
came
man.
out to that, I'd be like, oh.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
for sure.
You come out to that shit, I'm like...
Some people do. They're like, dude, because it's like if you guys know Fedor,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
MMA fighter, man, he would do those songs and people would just
Oh,
be
yeah,
like,
dude.
like you just hear that like Like if you like imagine going to a war and you just like hear like church fathers singing and you're like
that's goosebumps is what that
Yeah.
is.
you're just like
Yeah.
what is this guy taking it too seriously? Like what is this guy doing? It's a sport, man. Like they'll put on like, you know, Dr. Dre and like Jay-Z and they're like fucking bumping, and like getting hype and then you're just like this.
Yeah, listening to your
And
church
they're like,
music.
dude, what is
Oh
this
my
guy?
God.
What is wrong with this guy?
Yeah,
I'd
that's
be
scary.
shitting
I
myself.
remember the first fighter I watched where I was like, damn, he came out to some scary music for real. It was that dude that fought Sterling. I forget his name. Pyotr
Piotr Jan.
Yeah. He came out with some Russian music, bro.
Yeah.
It sounded scary.
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan was even saying like, whoa.
Yeah, dude, it is like if you don't know it, like, but not even just that music, just like the tone of that. Like when Mike Tyson came out to like that, just that small beat. It was like, like people were just like,
Ominous.
this guy means business,
Yeah.
bro.
That sets the tone. Right
Yeah.
there.
And it's Mike
does.
Tyson.
Yeah.
You're like, dude.
Bro, I
If
don't
you see
care.
Mike Tyson calm,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
It's like this guy just
Yeah.
put the worst of both together. He put
Yeah.
Mike Tyson and, you know, worst of both together for his opponent.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Dude,
that's crazy.
What do you think about Yuri Prohaska talking about Alex Pereira having like dark magic,
Oh,
using
yeah.
dark magic and stuff, or using spiritual powers to help him?
Yeah.
Is what he
I
said.
thought it was just him starting to make excuses
Yeah,
You
before
think?
the fight even started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that makes sense.
somebody that's got to say that stuff before the fight, you could like dive into a person's mind through their words, like what they
Yeah.
say.
True.
You know, if you could tell that his mental was, I'm not too confident. That
He
I'm
was
gonna-"
already
and that
making
was the second
excuses.
fight, and he lost the first
True.
one. He got
Yeah.
knocked out during
Yeah.
the first one. And Alex Pereira is just a mean
He's
motherfucker.
just making an excuse
dude.
for a guy he literally
Yeah,
can't beat.
if you're making
Yeah.
excuses before the fight even started, you
That's
know that's
true.
not going to go very well
Yeah,
for
no.
you.
That's true.
You know, you got to be in the mindset like, okay, he's doing black. My mindset would have been like, black magic. You know, fuck him, fuck his black magic. I'm here, man. That nothing can help.
Absolutely.
Nothing can help him versus me. That's my mindset. If I had to fight, I'm like, I'm not submitting down to fucking this person, or I'm not, you know,
That's
dumbing
true.
down.
Yeah.
But
That's a good point.
I don't think he does any black magic. I'm pretty sure he changed like religion like 5 times, dude, because he
Yeah.
had an alcohol addiction. Yeah.
Oh,
Who,
okay.
Pereira?
Yeah, so
I
he
didn't
was
know that.
like a Christian first, then he went to Islam,
Yeah.
then he went tribal.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
And
tribal
now
right
he's,
now.
Now
I
he's
think.
back to Christianity.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I think he's
Okay.
Catholic
Nice.
now.
I wonder
Yeah.
what that's about.
He was just trying to find him.
he was trying to he had a drinking addiction, alcohol addiction.
Yeah.
Like he would drink like 2 liters of alcohol a day.
Yeah, that's
You know,
that's
that
a
shit's
lot.
tough.
That's
You
a
know,
fucking.
Some people don't even drink 2
Mongol.
waters, 2 liters of water.
Yeah.
Right. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So and he would fight while he drank that much, and he was trying to do everything he could to. But now he now thankfully he's sober. I think he's like 7 or 8 years sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
So
God.
good
He
for
probably
him.
saw the wear on his body.
Yeah,
happening
good for him,
quick.
man. I like Alex Pereira.
He looks
so-
healthy as fuck, bro.
Fuck yeah, he
he's
does.
big
so
too.
fucking good.
Yeah,
And
He
he's
is
scary,
good.
dude. He's
Yeah.
got, his face is just, he really is a stone face.
yeah,
Yes.
he does.
Imagine him walking out to like that Russian music.
Oh,
hell
You'd
no.
be like, what what is
No.
going
dude,
on?
something about that sound, something about
It
that
is,
Russian
yeah.
sound is like
It's
so
scary.
It
intimidating.
is.
It's
intimidating
crazy.
as fuck, bro. I think it's because of Rocky.
Could
Yeah.
yeah,
I think, yeah, bro.
true.
I think it's because he fucking killed Apollo, man.
Yeah, they brainwashed us with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's like, if he dies, he dies.
He does. He does.
I was like, damn, bro.
Fuck.
Would you like to
Great
fight in the
movies.
sphere?
Yeah, I
You
thought
would?
that was dope.
That
Like,
was
how
I
they
thought it
put-
was
so
sick.
cool,
how they
bro.
put it on the walls, like
Yeah, dude, everything.
dude, that was awesome.
If you were main
bro.
eventing there, what would you have put on the big screen?
on the big screen,
Yeah. Would you have put like Serbia in the background? Because I
There's
remember.
so much. I'll put some
Yeah.
titties on there.
Let's go.
No, I would have probably put like I would have probably put like a warrior tribal setting from like
I
the
was just thinking
Serbia
that.
like back in the day, like and,
Yeah.
like people on horseback like
Fuck yeah,
following
dude.
me.
Oh yeah.
A
And,
big
like,
mega church in the back or something?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like dress
yeah.
up in the attire too.
Fuck yeah.
Which
Oh,
they don't
that's
do that
sick.
much for UFC, for MMA, but like
No, they
in
don't.
boxing they do it all the time, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
they'll
I feel
dress
like-
up.
That's
and-
true.
Yeah.
And their shorts are
And it's
fucking
exciting, dude. When you
custom.
see that,
Yeah.
man, you just get hyped.
Yeah,
Hell
I feel
yeah.
like you should show out if you're about to fight. You know, you should
Definitely.
rep your fucking culture. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Come in on a fucking horse, bro.
Dude,
Jake Paul's
dope,
coming in on a
man.
tank, bro, for his boxing fights. You
Is
know
he
what I'm
really?
saying? He came in on a tank to fight. Fuck, who did he fight last?
Mike Perry?
Really?
Yeah, he came in on a fucking tank.
That's crazy.
That is fucking cool.
I guess he's.
They gotta do
yeah.
that in MMA.
It was like inside the building too. It wasn't outside.
But what if you don't know how to ride a horse and you go on
True.
horseback? It just goes
True.
crazy.
You just give it that extra tap in that motherfucker.
It kicks somebody in the crowd and you got a lawsuit.
Yeah, true. Fucking bite somebody.
Yeah.
Everyone in the front row has to
Only
sign
do
a
that if you
waiver.
know
Yeah,
how to
yeah.
go horseback riding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
I
a
love
crazy
going horseback
fucking
riding
robot
anyway.
mechanical horse. Just
Yeah.
hop on it.
Or a real one, dude. I've
Yeah.
ridden horses before.
Yeah,
so
they're not hard to ride.
they're
You
not.
can
And I love
just
riding
ride
without a
that
saddle too.
bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
It hurts your.
What would be
fucking
your
taint.
weapon of choice on horseback if
My
you had to
weapon of
go
choice?
into war?
Dude, I'd do a spear.
A spear on
Ooh.
horseback?
Spear, yeah, spear
It's
or
like
a
spear,
long
yeah.
sword.
It's got to
A
be long.
sword,
Yeah,
bro.
well, because I
Crazy.
just like he'll be so far away from me, like, bitch.
Yeah.
I could
was
just
thinking,
stab him.
I was thinking more bow and arrow vibes.
Dude,
probably,
I
That
have
would
a
be good,
bow
too.
too. While you're on the horse.
Oh yeah.
I only
Yeah.
shot that like twice, so I'd probably miss.
Yeah.
and get killed.
We got one. We could
do
go
have
shoot.
one.
I'm down.
I love shooting.
I love
that bitch.
shooting.
We
I
love
love shooting
shooting
guns,
the
but
bow.
I've never like. I love shooting bow and arrow too. I just
We
I
love
only shot,
shooting
like,
guns
twice.
too.
Yeah.
I love
Fuck
shooting
yeah,
guns,
man.
dude. I'll go to the gun range like
Do you have what kind of gun do you have?
I got a AK-47
That's
and I
dope.
have a 22 sniper.
Nice.
What?
Hell yeah.
Oh, 22?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
not,
That's
yeah,
dope.
it's
Okay,
not-
it's still cool though.
It's still cool, but
That's still cool.
They're fun.
Yeah.
that's
Take-
fun.
that-
I
that'll
think
take care
AK
of-
762. So
Yeah.
I think a
That was-
22 sniper, you're killing someone with that.
yeah, you'll
For
kill him.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll kill him with it.
You'll fuck up some raccoons with it for
yeah,
sure.
Oh,
yeah. Or some
yeah.
fucking bunnies that keep going in your garden.
For
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
That's not how a gun sounds, but
That bitch is sneezing.
that's a 22, man.
yeah.
For real.
It's a little guy gun.
It is.
Sounds like a fucking airsoft gun.
Yeah.
Dude, this is cool.
This is cool.
This
What do
is.
you think? Who do you which
Who you voting for?
Fucking Trump 2024, man. I don't want. I ain't got no shame.
go.
Hey,
I
let's
gotta
go.
be careful when around
Hey,
cat
nah,
though. I might
nah.
get jumped by
Nah, you'll
the
beat the
cat
fuck out of
people.
him and we'll shoot you. Just beat him up.
Dude, my buddy, man. I'm not gonna name him, just for protection. My buddy, we were at Eurogyro once. This was like 2 years ago, and I don't really go out too often, but we went to Eurogyro at it was like 1:30 a.m. or 2 a.m. and he's like, man, I was talking to these 3 girls, and he's like, man, fuck this place. I was like, what, dude? He was like, I was talking to him, we were vibing, and one of them just said some stupid ass political shit.
Oh my god.
And then I was like, I couldn't hold it, man. He's
Oh,
like, I couldn't
God.
hold it no more. I'm like, dude, what'd you say? He was like, oh, y'all are feminists? They're like, yeah. I fucking hate feminists. And then he walks away. And then we're in Eurogyro. And I'm like, I'm not really political. Like, I'm like, I vote for who I like.
Hey, of course.
I'm not really political.
We aren't either.
But like, and I don't really care that much about politics or like the sides, but you could tell like at Eurogyro it was like full of like liberals and
Oh, yeah.
Democrats.
That's all
yeah.
Kent, bro.
yeah, that's
all-
like all
yeah,
Kent.
yeah.
And he was talking about that story, and my other buddy was like, "Dude, chill, dude. You know where
Chill.
we're at?" I was like, "We're about to get jumped by a bunch of trans and like gay people." He's like, but he's a fighter too. He's like, "Man, I don't give a fuck, man." He's like, "Listen, everybody in here that's a liberal or feminist,
Oh,
man, fuck
Jesus.
you guys." I was like, "Wow." He got kicked out,
Fuck,
but
I bet.
That'll do it.
he got kicked out.
You
The
guys are
bartender-
using free speech.
bartender, man, was like, "You need to
That's
leave
nuts.
right now."
You need to leave.
And it was like 2 years ago or something. He was leaving, and he had a little bit. He was leaving. I mean, fuck Kent, man. I'm
Damn,
going
that's
to
nuts.
fucking. I'm going to a conservative party next time.
That's so
Like,
funny.
wow.
That's so funny. Sarah pretty much just did that same exact thing in Portland Bay, but
dude, she
reversed.
did, yeah. It
Sarah
was
went all
reversed.
Sarah went all liberal on a fucking Trump bar. It was
Really?
nuts.
It was crazy, dude. It was a full-on Trump bar.
That's so funny. It was the same exact thing. You need to leave now.
Dude, we were not even there. It was crazy.
Hey, when
That's
you're passionate about something, you're passionate. I respect it.
There was just some unfunny ass comedian making fun of like this black girl we were with. And it
Yeah.
was like,
The only black girl in there, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was
Yeah.
a comedy show.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he was
But
playing
if it's
guitar.
comedy, it's comedy, I guess.
He was
you
playing
know?
guitar.
That's the thing, though. If it's comedy, you gotta at least be funny.
Yeah. If
you
it
gotta
comes out
just be-
too
Yeah,
like
no,
if it
I
comes out
guess-
too racist or discriminatory, then it's
Well,
like,
the
you
thing
know.
was is that like I guess she said something and the dude just fired back at Sarah, just calling her like names like a bitch and shit,
Yeah.
and just like telling her to get
Yeah.
the fuck out and stuff. Like
Just be funny.
I just feel
That's
like you
all
can
I
make
ask.
that situation funny if
Absolutely.
you're a
Yeah,
good
you
comedian.
can. If you're a good
you know?
comedian, if
That's
you're
my whole
trash,
thing
then
about
you'll
it,
you'll argue with people.
Yeah,
like,
and
try to,
just
like-
have a negative experience.
Then you just look
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a bar full of island rednecks, then they're all
Yeah,
going
then
crazy.
they think it's funny, dude.
Yeah.
They've probably got the Confederate flags and shit
Yeah.
like
Bro,
that.
You can't go nowhere.
We
bro.
walked by there
no.
later.
That ferry ain't
True.
there.
True, you're
That
stuck.
ferry ain't taking
You're
you
stuck.
back.
We walked by there later, and they were fucking playing the wheels on the bus.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, like,
I thought you were gonna say they were having a Klan rally.
I don't even know. I don't even know what that song is, but I could just tell it sounds fucking.
Bro,
It's
the
a
wheels on the
childhood
bus.
song.
It's a
Shit,
child
dude.
It's
song.
a
It's
kid's
like-
song.
Yeah, like
they
the
were
wheels
going
Wheels
crazy
on the
to it.
bus go
Oh.
round and round.
They were just singing that.
And they were going crazy. They were like, round and round, round and round. It was nuts.
passionate
It was
white
pretty
boys,
nuts.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
It was nuts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Still
they
had
go
a
fucking
blast
crazy.
there though.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So what like Marvel or DC character do you think you could beat up?
I mean, do they have their superpowers?
no.
No.
Oh, all of them.
Okay, what if they did have their superpowers?
Oh,
like
none
an
of-
easy
none of
one.
them.
I feel like who's Jeremy Renner's character?
I don't know who that
Oh,
is.
Black Arrow.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Yeah, I feel like I
Oh,
could
oof.
without his arrows. I feel like I could fuck up Hawkeye.
Probably.
I think.
Yeah.
Without it, probably Iron Man. Probably fuck up Iron Man.
Oh,
Tony,
I'm
just
fucking
Tony-
Iron Man up.
Just Tony
I'm
Stark.
fucking Iron Man up.
Does he have a suit or no?
No.
No suit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's
he's
do
a little
without
soft.
without powers.
Bro,
I
he's got a
think,
glass heart.
That's
feel
He
like-
does.
I feel like some of the tough ones would probably be like Captain America, probably Thor,
Yeah,
even,
Batman.
even without their
Batman.
powers.
Batman would be
Spider-Man.
tough.
True.
Yeah.
They're
Batman
athletic,
got
so-
hands.
Yeah.
He does
does.
have hands.
I was
That's
gonna talk
true.
shit on Batman, but I refrained because, bro, them games.
He don't
Yeah.
have powers.
Yeah, he doesn't.
does
He
have
just beats the
hands, yeah.
fuck out of
That's true.
everyone.
That's true.
Imagine-
Even Spider-Man, like even Spider-Man without his powers, he's
Yeah, but
for
Spider-Man
some
looks
reason
kind of a little
he-
gay.
he
Like
don't
if
got
I was
hands
like,
like that.
if I was in a dark alley, right, and Spider-Man tried to mug me, I just
No
smack.
superpowers?
I'll just smack him and laugh. Like
Oh,
I'll be like,
shit.
what the fuck is this grown man doing in spandex?
Reverse
trying,
Spider-Man
to,
plot.
trying to mug people like at night.
you like red.
But if Batman, if this fucking dude with that fucking mask and
Emerged
pointy
from the
ears,
shadows.
dude,
True.
I think like I'm in the fucking like. He looks
You're
like
in
a
hell.
fucking. Yeah, I'd be like,
Yeah.
dude, am I in? I'd be like, where am I at, man?
Yeah, what's going
Motherfucker
on?
looks scary, dude.
Yeah.
Especially at night, it's all dark out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What would-
Pop up.
For
What
sure.
would be your fit if you were like a superhero or vigilante?
Yeah. And superpower. What would be your power too?
Damn, that's a good question.
That is
dude.
a good question. I
Because
said
you
it
just
before.
said
I
fuck
think
spandex. So
I would want to be invisible for my superpower,
that's
okay.
A good one. That's a good one.
and then I don't think my outfit would matter if I'm invisible.
True.
I'd be
True.
naked if I was invisible,
There we go.
because then
There
I
you
could
go.
at least let it all hang without being embarrassed.
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
You'd
Yeah.
fight with it just hanging out.
Yeah, dude.
Would
I-
you be able to see yourself while you're invisible though, or
Me?
can you not see yourself too?
I can see myself, but nobody can see me.
Okay, so what if you
Mm.
think you're invisible sometime and you're just dicks out downtown Kent?
Oh god.
Depends. Maybe somebody likes it. Maybe somebody doesn't.
Yeah.
True.
You know.
If there was a pride parade going on.
Oh.
Once he
Yeah.
realized it, he could just go invisible.
Then I'd go invisible. If that
there
if
we
that
go.
parade was going on, I wouldn't even be there. But
Fuck. I think
Yeah.
I would have like the ability to like extend my limbs. You know what I mean?
that would be dope.
Like
be
Mr.
cool.
Fantastic?
Yeah, if I
that'd
can't
be a
reach
dope
something,
thing,
just
yeah.
expend my
And then
my,
if you want to fight anybody, you could just go old school bully thing. Put your hand on their forehead, and they're just swinging
True.
underneath.
You're like
True.
10 feet away.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
bitch.
true.
I don't even need a fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just exhaust
true.
yourself, and I'll let
Yeah.
go.
I could wrap them up from 10 feet away.
You could fucking leg sweep them from across the room.
Yeah.
Break their fucking knee in
Hell
with
yes.
one kick from a mile away.
Dude, imagine if you could like extend every limb. You're talking about every limb. What if you're like having sex and you accidentally extended like way too far?
You killed her.
Dude.
Oh, God. That kind of sucks though, because like having that superpower, you kind of need spandex because it's only like stretchy thing. You know.
Yeah,
That's true.
Or you gotta just
be
have
naked.
holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine accidentally hitting somebody in the forehead with it, dude.
Oh God.
Like
fucking
You could
Pinocchio.
use it as like a weapon.
A
for
weapon,
real.
yeah.
like Jack in the Box. You're like,
Swing
oh
that
shit,
shit like a bat.
dude.
That's fucking crazy.
Surprise gift. Surprise gift.
What would you wear?
Probably. Well, for my thing,
you decide?
I'd probably have to go with spandex.
Spandex?
It'd be like something. Ninja like or something though.
Okay.
Like something cool.
That's
slick.
dope, yeah.
That's dope. I think I would. I think I'd want some kind of power with fire. I'd want to be able to control fire.
That's
just
cool.
Fucking
Just
torch
burn people.
Yeah, just torch them.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Or I can like.
Burn the pride flags.
This is not gonna be a big episode with the Kent audience.
We cut that out. It's a joke, guys.
No, we
Relax.
don't cut
It's a
shit.
joke.
It is a joke.
This is a comedy
It's
podcast.
a joke. Don't get so sensitive in your feelings.
Like Cisco said, we'll fucking shoot you.
Yeah. No, but I want that firepower so I can like, dude, I can just do whatever I want. I have so much power with that. You know
True.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like if
yeah.
there's
True.
a mob coming towards me, I'll just torch them all, bro. Throw a fireball at them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Big ass fucking. I'll do this. Just form a huge fucking fireball.
Form a
just,
sun.
Seriously, was watching Lord of the Rings before this. He's out here praying for fire.
Watching fucking anime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. But
Ooh, Kent.
what would I wear? I'd probably have to wear a tank top,
Something
A
flame
tank
retardant.
top?
maybe, or shirtless.
Or
Maybe
a-
go shirtless.
You could do like some kind of sick ass like fireman superhero.
You know what'd be
fit.
dope? A Ghost Rider outfit with your head burning. If
There
you're gonna
you
do the-
go.
the fire
That'd
thing.
be fire.
Okay.
I don't know why they never like did more with that. Like he's
Yeah,
a Ghost
I know.
It's
Rider,
a cool
but
concept.
It is a
yeah,
cool
but like he should have
concept.
had like fire powers. Like if he's
For sure.
burning and it's like it's
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would've
he
been
didn't.
dope.
He couldn't like shoot flames.
Yeah,
he
no.
just only had the mouth flame.
He was just on fire.
and he was just invincible, right? You couldn't.
I think so.
Yeah. And he had the pennant stare, I think it was, where he stared into your soul.
Yeah.
And what does he do? He just makes you fucking. He like burns out your eyes by the time you're done looking
Yeah,
at
fuck
him. I
that,
think.
like
dude.
that.
I'm
Yeah.
running fast.
I'm just not looking at him.
Yeah.
No. It's
Ghost
like-
Rider is dope. He used to be one of my favorite Marvel characters growing up.
He was cool, bro. I had a little like action figure of him.
Yeah.
With his bike and everything.
I
That was
had
cool.
I had the fuck. What did they call those discs when they sold movies back in the day? Bootleg.
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 Yeah, yeah.
I had the bootleg Ghost Rider, bro.
Hell yeah.
I used to put that shit on all the time.
That's
That's
how you
cool.
did it, man. And then
Yeah.
like Pirate
Fuck
Bay
yeah.
came out on the internet.
Yo,
Yeah,
Like,
really
pirate
true.
movies and shit. Now they
Yeah.
don't have that no more.
Yeah, no. We had a
Dude.
whole like booklet full of fucking
Life's
bootleg
changed so
DVDs.
much, bro. Same.
Yeah.
I had the whole fucking bootleg folder.
Hell yeah.
Binder.
Bro,
I did
that's so
too, man.
crazy.
The good old days.
Serbia, you could buy them for like $1.50.
Yeah,
Oh, I bet. That's cool.
that's
Fuck
lit.
yeah.
They still have it over there, actually, man. When I was there like 3 years
Really?
ago, yeah, I was buying bootleg CDs.
I know
That's
it's like
dope.
that.
Yeah,
in,
they want to fucking $20 for a CD. Fucking gypsy woman selling one for like $1.50.
Oh yeah.
Hell
I know
yeah.
it's like that.
See,
It's
for
like that in
real.
the Middle East too. Like
Bro,
big time.
I'm,
Big time.
I'm trying to go to Serbia. Fuck everything else,
Dude,
bro.
if a gypsy woman reads you a fortune, though, give her like $1 at least, man, or she'll start cursing you.
Really?
Like, not like cussing you out,
like,
like,
cursing.
she'll like
cursing
put
you.
a curse on you. Like she'll
Holy
like put a
shit.
curse on your family, on your dude.
That's
one
a
time, my
crazy
one
move.
buddy like, he was like, "That's bullshit. Like just stop." And he's never seen her before. He was from America, and she tells him like, "Your father's name is this. Your mother's name is this. Your daughter or your sister's name is this." And he was like, "What the
No
fuck?" I
shit.
shit you not. She told him every single name of his family member.
That's
And
crazy.
like told him like if you don't give me something like I'm gonna put a curse on all of them.
That's
and like
fucked.
I'm not shitting you. She knew she was literally off the street. She was just on the
Holy
street.
shit.
Never seen her before in my life. He's never seen her there either. And she just like told him that, and he was like, "Oh, he never
Yeah,
reached for his
for
wallet
real.
faster, dude."
Motherfucking mystical ass robbery, bro.
Right, that's one way to get good
they don't
tips.
It's so scary.
Yeah.
It is scary. Like I've heard other stories of like those gypsy women over there, like putting curses on people, and like the curses come true. Like
What kind of
Fuck,
curses
bro.
have come true?
there's one where like this one gypsy woman literally told the guy like, "Hey, your brakes are gonna go out on a curb. Like I curse you in that." And like 2 weeks later, he died on the road because his brakes went out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it was like a big curve, like where like you shouldn't speed, but over there people go
What the
crazy, like they
fuck?
drive crazy, and it's like you should like on that curve, it's like such a big curve, you should go like 20 miles an hour on
Yeah.
it, 15. He was going like 50, and he was gonna brake, and his brakes went out, and he just went right into a tree, and he died.
Jesus, dude.
Ooh.
And
That's
yeah,
a
dude,
bad
and they
way
were
to
like, it was
go.
in the news, like that woman came out, like she told him, she's like, "I told you."
She was
Oh
in the
my
news?
God.
Yeah, she came out. It's like, cause what, you're gonna charge her for murder?
Right.
Like you can't charge her for first degree murder.
She's
It's
like, I
just-
told you,
she's like,
motherfucker.
I put a curse on you.
Damn.
Like that shit is like, I don't fuck around with
That's
gypsies,
crazy.
dude. I'll give them $1. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
Over.
So how do they do that? They just like come
I
up
don't know.
to you and they're just like,
They believe in black magic. Like they'll tell you a fortune. Like over there.
but like, what if you're just like walking down the street? Do they come up to you?
Yeah, like
That's
so
what they do?
they're like rich, and they're like into everything. They're like into sex trafficking, child trafficking,
fuck.
human trafficking.
Wow.
But they act like they're homeless, so they take police attention away from them. And like they'll do, like I remember this one gypsy woman. Like every year I went back to Serbia, she's got a 9-month-old baby. I'm like, God damn, is this baby ever gonna fucking grow up? Like it's the same woman.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, what the fuck
And
is
she
going
just always
on?
has a
And she's
9-month-old
always,
baby.
yeah, and it's like every year she has a kid, so she can use the baby to get
As
money,
bait.
you know? Yeah, as
Wow.
bait. And like this one time, she got arrested because apparently she wasn't feeding her baby, and the baby died, and she was using the dead baby as bait to get money. And then like she just threw it in the trash can.
Damn.
Like she just threw the baby in the
my
trash can. And
God.
like somebody saw it, reported to the police, and she got arrested. And like they took the baby out of the trash can. Like they don't give a fuck.
Holy shit.
Bro, that's crazy.
And like they'll come up to you. Like they'll like, let's say me and you are like let's say us four are walking, we're getting food. They'll stay like where the tourists are because they know they have the bread.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they will go out of the restaurant or whatever, and they'll be like, hey son, give me a minute to talk to you. Give me a minute to talk
Yeah.
to you. And if you're like, sometimes you're like, nah, like, hey, fuck off, like, I don't want to talk. They'll be like, okay, but sometimes they'll be like, hey, if you don't sit and talk to me, I'm gonna put a curse on you. Then you turn around, you're like, okay, what do you
Yeah.
I
want?
feel like that's
Yeah.
grounds to just shoot that bitch.
It is
At
before
that
they do
point.
the black magic, yeah.
For real.
But then like, what can you do? Like, if they do put a curse on you and something,
True.
like, sometimes they put curses on people and nothing happened, but sometimes they like said stuff and like it exactly happens that way,
Yeah. Was that battery?
Let's pause.
and it's just
That other
it's-
one should be charged.
I gotta go to the
be good to
bathroom
go.
anyway.
Yeah, we can take a
we'll
break.
take a quick break.
We'll end it with crazy talk.
Oh no.
The socks cam. Let's go.
Cheers again, guys.
Cool. And we're back.
Cheers. Yep.
Little potty break. All right. So we're making good time. We're about there. We do a segment sometimes called Crazy Talk. And I know I did a little research on some Serbian folklore.
Yeah.
I know you guys are big with like, mythology and stuff like that. A lot of different mythological figures and stuff. It was kind of hard to pick one actually. There's so many.
Yeah.
But well, first I did some research on dragons. I kind of found out apparently dragon folklore is pretty big over there. There's like some evil dragons and like good dragons and stuff. Is there anything that comes to mind like folklore wise? Anything you've heard of growing up or whatever?
For me personally, no,
No.
not for me. Whenever I always think of Skyrim.
Okay. Yeah. yeah. Skyrim.
Dragon, Skyrim.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I did. So dragons apparently are pretty big. Over in Serbia, they're typically seen as good creatures who help people for the most part, which is kind of different than typical, Skyrim or whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently, they can't fly by themselves, but they are shapeshifters, so they can turn into like birds and stuff and fly around. Pretty cool.
You're teaching me, man.
Good. That's what we brought you here for.
Dobro došli.
Dobro došli.
There we go. So
Dude, teach me about my own country, man.
hell yeah. So we're big into like we like talking about like cryptids and stuff.
So what are cryptids?
Cryptids are basically, they're like, we kind of looked this up at one point. I
Yeah.
think. They're like
Yeah.
animals that don't.
I'm gonna get the actual
Yeah.
definition.
Yeah, there's an actual definition
yeah.
for them.
I think I might be sounding stupid now since we're pulling up the definition, but I'm pretty sure they're like animals that don't actually exist. Like there's no proof that they exist,
Okay.
really.
Let's hear it.
A cryptid is a creature that is believed to exist but has never been proven to do so.
Okay.
Cryptids are often mentioned in folklore or other accounts, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, like
Okay.
Bigfoot and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Loch Ness Monster,
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Dracula.
Dracula.
Yeah,
No,
dragons.
'cause
Oh, Dracula's a story.
That'd be like a person. That'd be a
Yeah,
Because
that's more
vampire's not an animal,
Like a
right?
monster.
Yeah.
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 I guess
I reckon.
I don't know.
I
It's
guess
all that
we could
mythical shit.
identify. We can make it whatever we want.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
That's what they do nowadays.
They ain't human.
Yeah, people identify as fucking wolf.
So
God damn it! I'll drink to that.
So apparently, there's a evil dragon in Serbia. It's called the Azdaha, I think.
Azdaha.
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 And it's the dragon's.
Arabic.
It's the dragon's main enemy. They say it starts off as a snake, and once it reaches 100 years old, it
Fucking hate snakes.
starts to. Yeah, so do I. I can't stand snakes. But apparently, once a snake reaches 100 years old, it starts to become evil and harass other creatures. To which then God throws the snake into the ocean, and there it grows to over 30 meters. They can grow 3 to 9 heads. They grow legs, and they grow bat-like wings.
Scary fucking creature.
Yeah,
That's
and
like something from Greek mythology, low key.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It sounds
it's-
like something from there.
It sounds like a lot of different things kind of like coming together and combining. But yeah, they say that's like a...
Sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yeah. They say it's like an evil, spirited animal or whatever. It's
Yeah.
the dragon's main enemy, and it like terrorizes villages and like destroys crops, controls the weather and stuff. So, pretty cool.
So how
That
does
is,
the
I
other
suppose.
dragon become a dragon? If the
I don't know.
evil dragon is a snake,
Maybe they come from space.
It's almost like the baby dragons become the actual dragons, and those ones become those.
true.
So you got a
True.
snakes.
baby fighting its dad and shit.
Yeah.
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 Killing
True.
its mom.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Evil shit.
I was saying,
I seen something.
I don't know. Okay, that's just.
I seen something with that dragon shit that they keep them prisoners. I guess some people keep the dragons prisoners to do what they want to control shit. You know.
Okay.
And
Like
they end
Game
up,
of Thrones.
Yeah, and they end up fucking the dragons. And they have
Breeding.
they have little dragon humans.
That's
Imagine
Joe
that dude
Biden.
fighting. He'd fuck people up.
That's Joe Biden. You're a reptilian.
Reptilian.
Yeah, maybe that's where the reptilian race comes from.
Maybe, but I don't think reptilians would probably know where the stairs are at and whose hand to shake.
True.
That's what I thought.
True. They'd probably know better than to fuck dragons. I
Yeah.
would think.
Yeah. So Joe Biden, what do we think about him?
I don't want to. I feel like I already made too many jokes.
Yeah, that's all right. That's the whole point of a joke. You're allowed to say it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No comment.
We don't actually like Trump.
Whoa. I feel like we're steering off course.
That's okay. That's what this podcast is all about.
Yeah, true.
Well, I mean, we're reaching like an hour and a half. Is there anything else you want to promote or just about
Almost.
there? Yeah.
Technically, it's been like an hour 10 probably, because you
Hour
guys
15,
went go
hour
pee
20.
or something.
Probably, yeah, or 15.
How much
Something
more
like that.
times, you guys?
We can go as long
I
as you
can go.
want, man.
Hey, as long as
However.
I'm having fun with you guys, so.
All right,
Cool.
let's do it.
If you guys want to do something, I don't know. If you guys want to pull Alex Jones, like I said, if someone wants to feel to get
let's do
choked
it.
out,
How do you
like,
how do you feel about vaccines?
oh, I fucking hated vaccines.
Yeah.
You hate
I never took
vaccines?
shit,
Because you're
yeah.
like
Yeah.
from, so you were born in High Point, California. where
High
you were
Point, North Carolina.
North. Oh,
Close.
close. So you were obviously jabbed up.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah,
went to
true.
Serbia. Did they unjab you?
Maybe when I was a baby, I don't know. I don't even know how
That's
they could
crazy.
unjab me. They sucked the venom out my veins.
With a fucking snake.
See, he don't like vaccines neither.
Yeah, apparently not.
He's pissed off at me.
You keep moving around.
I would like during the COVID shit, man. I thought that was so fucking stupid. Like
Oh
you gotta
my
get your
God,
Vax
dude.
card. Like,
Yeah.
hey, if you want to go to a
Dude, tell
concert
him about the
and
military.
this, like
experience.
Vax card.
Yeah, bro. I just ranted about this last podcast, so if anyone if anyone heard it, I apologize. But yeah, it was fucked up, bro. They were literally threatening dishonorable discharge if you didn't get the COVID vaccine. They were
fucking
scaring
weird and
people
fucked
into
up. I
it.
didn't even know about that. Till
It was
now.
fucked up, bro. I didn't want to get it just because I don't know. I trust my body. I take care of myself.
Yeah.
I trust myself to my immune system to fight shit off. But they were threatening us. Like, I had to get it. Bro, dishonorable discharges fuck you for life.
Yeah.
And they were
That's
threatening that
fucked,
shit.
dude.
Yeah. It was weird. It was some dystopian shit. It was
That's
like,
fucked
it was
up,
real
man.
weird.
It is fucked up.
And then I had to go home and watch all the fucking Pfizer commercials. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's weird, dude.
Yeah, it's weird shit, man. I
It
don't
is
fuck
super
with it.
weird.
And what sucks is that we don't like
I've been
in
throwing hands.
yeah, in America, pharmaceutical companies are allowed to advertise.
Yeah.
It's very unique about America, which is fucked because like how are we
They're like legal drug dealers.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. How is the average person supposed to distinguish whether like something's good for you or bad for you?
You
'Cause
don't.
obviously-
You can only distinguish. It's only the information you get.
Yeah.
What's pushed on you.
Yeah,
you know?
for
like,
sure. It's crazy. And that's what sucks is because like I'm sure some vaccines are really good, but then
Yeah.
the fucking COVID vaccine came out in a month. That's
Yeah,
unheard
that was
of.
bullshit, dude. There was like
Yeah.
some over there, especially since I'm over there, man. It's like the amount of propaganda that goes around like everywhere is so fucking crazy.
It's insane.
I know I was in Serbia once when I was living over there, and my phone was still like I had the US SIM card. You know, I just switched like
Yeah.
the service, and I had like free texting from my provider in America and just pay
Yeah.
them. You know, and like I still had like everything was on US and like US news and stuff, and I go
Yeah.
like on the US news, and it was like during like May, and I see Russia holds military. This is typical CNN and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They go Russia holds military parade to intimidate United States. And I'm like, oh, okay. Then I literally turn the TV on. It's the news in
Yeah.
Serbia. Same fucking thing. It goes Russia holds military parade to honor dead World War II soldiers during Russian
Oh,
holiday.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm just like,
Damn.
dude, like
That's
you know, the
crazy.
typical American wouldn't know there's a Russian holiday in
Yeah, of
May, and they
course.
do it every fucking year for the past 80
Yeah.
years, like to honor their dead soldiers.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, these motherfuckers,
It's
dude.
fucked
I'm
up,
like,
man.
CNN, bro.
Yeah,
It's fucked up.
Fake news.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
fucked up, man.
You think the deep state's behind that shit?
Oh, yeah, man. All these guys are like, fuck, look what happened with the Diddy shit and, like, the Epstein stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Don't get us started.
like, man, dude.
We got a whole Diddy episode.
Yeah, dude. We
man,
went
like-
full Alex Jones last episode.
Yeah.
They
about
got some.
that.
They got a bunch of artists with, their assholes hurting right now.
Yeah.
Whoever was
Yeah,
signed
yeah.
underneath Diddy, their
Yeah.
ass is hurting.
Oh yeah.
Sucks,
Yeah.
dude. That's tough for them.
But it's just crazy, like
It is
the
crazy.
stuff they push and like.
It's wild, bro, especially in wartime. Like we're in genuine wartime right now.
Yeah,
We
man.
really
Nowadays, like wars are gonna be
And-
fought differently. Like
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
through politics and
Yeah,
chemical
people-
warfare and biochemical.
I feel like-
and, yeah, man. Like
Oh
drones
yeah,
and
the
shit.
chemical
Yeah.
warfare. Don't
Fucking
ugh.
Terminator's coming to life, man.
Yeah, bro.
Skynet and shit.
For real.
Yeah.
People forget about propaganda, man.
They do.
People think propaganda and think about like World War II, like Nazi propaganda and
Yeah,
shit.
they think it's like
But-
fucking comics and shit. It's like
Bro,
no, it's like way
right.
advanced now, bro.
You think that's over?
it's
we
to
got the internet
program
now.
you.
We got the
Yeah, like
internet
that
now.
one philosopher said, man, how to keep somebody in jail is to never let them know they're in jail.
Yeah.
True.
You
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
shit's
fucked,
wild.
bro. I don't know. All that stuff's crazy. And I guess, like, supposedly with Trump and his people that he's going to get, he's going to take a whole bunch of people out of the government and put new people in who seem to, like, can
Yeah.
do that job. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. It sounded like
I mean,
he's
nobody
trying
can be
to-
more incompetent than Kamala Harris, though. So.
yeah.
I don't know. Biden was close.
Biden's probably
it was
number one.
It was a close tie.
If we had a fucking doofus concert or
Yeah.
contest,
Contest.
doofus contest,
We should have a
those
doofus
two,
contest.
those two would be fucking
They'd be front runners.
numero uno and dos, man. And then number 3 would be fucking Goofy from Mickey Mouse. Like, them two are fucking bigger goofs and fucking doofuses than that dude.
It's crazy.
I don't know.
man.
It just seems like a lot of everything nowadays is controlled by some bigger like figure, you know, someone behind the
That
scenes
rhymed,
or
that's
some.
nice.
It's the only way I could have got it out. But yeah, it almost seems like there's a group or something just controlling shit. That's I
Yeah.
don't know. That's just
Yeah.
kind of what I
Behind the
subscribe to.
scenes.
That's
Yeah.
what I like to believe with my propaganda for you page.
The
you
Roman
know?
Empire.
Yeah. I just don't like how polarizing shit is. You know, I
Yeah,
don't like how it
same.
just splits people up. Like we're all part of one race. We're the human race.
Yeah,
you know what
but
I mean?
that's how it is. Like that's how like from back then, you know.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
yeah.
that's how you gain power.
It's
Is,
tribalism.
you know, that's how you gain power is by dividing and conquering.
sure.
That's the easiest way. If everybody came together, they wouldn't have to focus on the bullshit issues that somebody else feeds them.
Yeah, very
They'd be
true.
like, okay, now it's like that Peaky Blinders quote, you know, like if you get like a bunch of black ants and you get a bunch of red ants, and they're, you know, peaceful with each other, but then you shake up the jar and they start killing each
True.
other. Who should you really fight? The
True.
person who's shaking the fucking jar, not
Yeah.
each other, you know?
Right.
That's
But
very
people
true.
don't get that, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
people don't get that, and it's just the way the system's set up. It's no matter who's in power. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
dude,
It doesn't
it's
matter.
set up for them.
Yeah.
You know, it's set up for them to keep getting money and
Yeah.
keep getting, you know,
Yeah.
Diddy parties and shit like that.
Yeah. Now that Diddy's gone, someone else is gonna like that
Somebody's just
power
gonna take his
vacuum,
place.
bro.
Yeah, man. Like,
Yeah.
but that's weird, man. Like,
It is weird.
having
Yeah.
sex with like 13, 14-year-olds and shit, dude. If I had a daughter and I found out that shit,
Oh
dude,
my God.
I'm going there locked and fucking loaded, dude.
Oh
I'm
my
Rambo.
yeah, I'm not.
Rambo with breast knuckles.
I'm not saying I'm gonna, you know, succeed, but
You're gonna attempt.
I'm
for
dying
damn sure.
trying, dude.
Yeah.
If I found that shit out, man, oh
Fuck,
man, I'm going to Hollywood.
50-foot bloobed up bed in his backyard. There was no sleeping was done on that bitch.
No,
None whatsoever.
I don't even know how you could have sex on that bed. You'd be slippery, dude.
Yeah,
I'd slip.
dude. It's
True.
gross.
Slipping.
You'd hurt yourself.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
You'd break something.
I don't know, dude. That shit's crazy.
It's weird, man.
And
It's
then-
weird shit.
And then we're just getting
Slip and slide. That's so fun.
we're just getting poisoned with our food and stuff. I guess the FDA approves like certain shit to be put in our like cereals, like food dyes and stuff that they say is okay for us, but
Yeah, fucking
are
red
banned
40
in
and
like
shit.
every other country.
All that shit's illegal in Europe and Serbia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
All
what
of
I'm
it,
saying.
man,
Like
all of it.
whole bunch of stuff, and it's a clear violation to us as
Yeah.
humans. You know what I'm saying?
They don't give a fuck. They just
It's
look
fucked,
at us
bro.
like,
No.
you know, there's a lot of good stuff with like capitalism, democracy. But, like I'd say like the biggest flaw is
Too much
we're just
greed.
customers and products.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are products.
We're just products and customers and
100%.
make money, you know.
And that
like-
shit got amplified with social media.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
we
now
are-
social media, dude. People are selling their ass.
Did you
and
see
souls.
that?
Yeah.
Did you see that Zuckerberg came out and said that he was influenced by the Biden-Harris administration to not let out stuff about like the Hunter Biden laptop and stuff like that on
No,
Facebook?
I didn't. I'm not really like. I don't really pay attention to the news that much.
He released a statement saying that the Biden-Harris administration did that, and
Not
he had to
surprised.
censor himself pretty much to allow no comedy
Yeah.
or satire
Not
with
surprised.
stuff like that, and
Yeah, I saw
hide
that.
certain information that was important at that time.
I don't get why
Fucking
people get
crazy.
surprised though. Like they act like these politicians are like saints.
I know.
Like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
like
They act
their
like they're gonna
hands are
save the day.
clean. Like they don't shit. They don't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they act like they're like not here. Like
Yeah.
dude, this fucking dude's a regular human just like me and you. Has fucking friends from all places.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I have good friends. I have bad friends. I have friends who are
Yeah.
involved in like this shit. Who are involved in this stuff. Like good. Like it's like dude, they're the same. Like you don't think
Yeah.
if they get paid money and if they're in politics, like dude. Give me something you want. Like I'm a politician right now. Like let's say I'm a politician. Me and you are best buds, and you fucking rich. And you're like, hey, Sincha, I'll give you $5 million if you pass this. Fuck,
Yep.
man, hell yeah, dude.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
passing that shit. I don't
Fuck
give a
yeah.
fuck. Like
Easy,
you know,
bro.
like
That's a bunker.
people act like that's surprising. Like, dude, that's the fucking job.
Yeah.
Like that's like
Yeah.
somebody going to swim, and you're like, oh my god, he got wet. Like, yeah, bitch, he got
Yeah.
wet. Like, yeah, he's fucking. That's his job is to get in the
Of
water.
course,
Same thing
yeah.
with politics. Your job is to fucking take money and
Yeah.
pass bills for
Yeah.
people who want them passed. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Not me and you and that. Like, not like for like common folk, like the common people. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, what can I give you, dude? I can't give you no $5 million.
Right.
Like,
Right.
It's tough out here, bro. It's like, what else? What other system would work? You know, because capitalism has kind of worked. You know,
It has.
It's worked better than anything
Anarchy.
else.
Wild West, dude.
Yeah,
Wild
yeah, yeah.
West.
You got a problem,
Yeah.
Duke it out. You want
Yeah.
something? Duke it out.
Take it up with the 6-shooter.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if standoffs were a thing again.
Bro,
Like,
I would do
duels.
that 100%.
Like, hey,
That'd be
bro,
fire.
I want to duel you on Friday. Whole community watching.
Dude,
Put your house on it.
Fucking get your cousin Cletus, man. Fucking get that flag up and let's go, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That would be cool. All right. 10 paces.
10 paces. Turn around.
Sheet.
Draw.
That
Draw on the
motherfucker
sheet.
cheated. He shot me first. He didn't let me turn. Margaret, go and get the big guns now.
Margaret.
Go on ahead, Margaret.
We
You know
gonna
what
go
to do.
inside his village. We gonna burn that shit down.
Yes,
Before
sir.
he killed my fucking inbred cousin.
The Wild West, baby.
That would be lit.
That's what we're
That would
founded
be,
on.
dude. I go fucking Arthur Morgan on him, bro.
Oh,
dude,
yeah, dude.
Arthur Morgan.
Arthur.
Hey, John. Wait, I'm John Marston.
Come on, Dutch. Need them horses.
What a great game, bro. That game's
is,
fire.
Dude, that game was, you could like fucking tie up feminists and throw them. I'll be honest, man. You know, I respect everybody, but
Oh, shit.
you know, some things aren't my cup of tea.
Yeah, of course.
Feminists.
Of course.
Dude, I'm just glad we're here today.
Me
I
too.
am too. Every
Me
day's
too.
a good day.
You know,
in your
God
lives.
willing,
Absolutely.
we're fucking here.
We are here, God
Yes.
willing. We're together. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. I got a
Everything is
positive
okay.
outlook.
We should start a meninist group.
A
We
meninist?
should.
Yeah.
Like what
We
kind?
should.
What kind of? What are our
Meninist
goals?
for fucking men's rights and
We just get together, drink beer, and
And-
fight.
male dominance over the world.
Hell yeah.
Free speech.
Hell yeah.
Free speech, I respect that too.
We could
yeah.
say whatever we want.
Yeah, man.
that's just
free
what we
speech
can
for
do as
everybody.
men.
You know, let's bring back the patriarchy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we're founded on.
You know,
That's
Dude,
what it all
everything-
comes from.
It is all kooky right now. Do you think things are gonna get worse or better?
probably worse before they get better.
You think so?
You know?
That's
like
what a lot
always
of
the
people
thing,
say.
like, realistically,
A lot of people have been
Yeah.
saying that.
because
Yeah.
it's just, you know, when you have that many sides and like, let's be honest, man. You were in the National Guard, military. Like, let's be honest. Let's say us four, you know, like total war, we get all enlisted. You know, let's say our fucking commander is a female.
Yep.
My morale's going down, bro.
I've had some.
I'm just
I will
saying,
say-
like,
I will say,
it would
I
be
will say-
better if she was a fucking warrior.
I'll say
You
this.
if she's a warrior, I respect it.
I'll say
Yeah.
But
this.
if she's like Kamala Harris,
yeah.
imagine
that's
her
tough.
leading you.
That's tough. That's a big moral.
and she's like telling you like,
Yeah.
hey, Francisco, like go here, go there, you'd be like, and it's like, you fucking retarded, like,
Yeah.
like,
no.
I will say, I had a captain. Her name was Captain. I forget. Started with a D. Maybe Captain like Dick Face, whatever. But she
Captain
was.
Dick and Mouth?
She was like. She went to.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Captain Dick.
But
Maybe
she
that's
was
a legit name.
She was a badass though. She went.
Yeah.
She was in Afghanistan like 4 times. She had bodies. Like she was.
No, some
was fucking crazy.
some women, like, I'm not talking. I respect those. You know, some women are competent. You know, but I'm
For sure.
talking about like,
You're talking about
picture
Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
picture a follower of hers trying to lead you.
She can't get a good
know?
sentence out,
Yeah.
let alone
You know, like that,
lead the
like-
nation.
Dude, she's cryptic. If I couldn't follow her cryptic saying, I'd be pissed as fuck.
Yeah,
I'd
she
be
is
like,
cryptic.
bro, I would be screaming in the crowd, like, what does that mean?
What are you talking
We're about
about?
to die.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you're about to
For real.
send us to go
And
fight.
this,
Yeah.
you're about to die, and this bitch talking about fucking like,
The middle class.
oh, we should have paper straws instead of. Who gives a fuck about paper or plastic straws, bro?
They killed one.
You got
turtle.
motherfuckers dying out here and shit. You got motherfuckers. You got veterans, fucking
Yeah.
homeless,
Yeah.
people who have no food. This bitch is talking about investing money to get paper straws instead of plastic straws.
Yeah, there's a lot of real
And
problems.
she's also-
out
Who
there.
cares? I don't even drink. I don't even use straws. Like, who cares?
You're the president. Talk about something real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
It is
That's
fucked, bro.
weird.
I hate taxes, bro. For real. Like,
Yeah.
for real, I would
Taxes.
pay taxes only if that shit gave me 3 meals a day and a free gym membership.
And you know what? Liberals don't understand that until they move out their fucking parents' house and they have to start paying fucking bills. Then they're like, oh, I actually like Trump.
Then it hits.
Right, like
Then it hits.
wasn't everything more affordable back then?
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Like,
it
way
was
more
like
affordable.
gas
Big
was
time.
cheaper, and like
Yeah.
whoever says like I had a person in my life that I'm not gonna mention. She like mentioned like, oh no, it's not Biden's fault that the gas is $4 now. He has nothing to do with that. Let me contain my tongue. You know, I was about to say something, but like I'm like, are you fucking like what is wrong with you? Like the president makes decisions that
Yeah.
affects international relations and that
Yeah.
affects domestic relations. And if he makes a decision that starts a war in Ukraine,
Yeah.
Biden was directly responsible for a war in Ukraine.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and believe it or not, I know I'm from there. The U.S. gets a lot of their gas from Russia and
Oh,
from
yeah.
the Ukraine.
Oh yeah, a lot of oil.
If he makes a decision on that war, right? Because that conflict was started in 2016. Why didn't Trump have a war in Ukraine?
Yeah.
Because he's not an
That
idiot.
was back in 2016.
It is.
Trump
and
is
like
specifically for denuclearization. which
yeah,
is-
and like because they get a profit from that, so like all the oil companies and all the fucking oil rigs and like the big dudes, they have to jump through straws and put more prices on other things if transportation of oil isn't that easy from those countries.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Right.
yes, they have to up their prices, and as soon as they up their prices, it's but it's the basic flip. Even gas, even oil's a flipping game. You
Yeah,
buy it
yeah,
for
for
less, you
sure.
sell it for more,
Yeah.
in smaller increments though. So then they have to raise the prices of the gas that we're buying so they can cover
Yeah.
their expenses. So yeah,
Yeah.
Biden's directly responsible for fucking gas being $4.30,
Yeah.
$5 or
And
groceries being more.
our oil prices went up because he shut down that pipeline or some
Yes,
shit, didn't he?
dude.
My biggest thing has always been war and nuclear activity.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
my vote goes to whoever is not in favor of war, and at this current point, that happens to be Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Biden has been pushing war almost more than we've ever seen any other
Bro, since
president
the
do.
80s.
And
bro.
Kamala too,
Fucking
bro.
crazy.
She's talking about fucking Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah.
She's talking about Israel and Palestine and
Like
stuff.
they want to be
bro. Like,
funding that shit.
Yeah, and
I
they're
don't-
they also support any war they have, man. Like
yeah,
no
because
matter
that's
what
where the
side,
money comes from. Is war.
And
The-
like when there was a war, I know there's a war. There's never one right side, one wrong side.
Yeah,
There's
of
always
course.
just two wrong sides.
Yeah,
of course, yeah.
absolutely.
But they want to keep pushing that, man. But they act like they're for peace and like
Yeah.
they protest for all that dumb shit. Like
all the inclusive. I can't say it.
Inclusivity.
Yeah, like trying to capitalize on that. Like, be you, identify as how
Yeah, man.
you
Like,
wanna-
dude, whoever's for peace, I'm for peace.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, dude. It's all fucking crazy. I just want our money to stay in our country and have a fucking utopia.
Yeah, like why are we giving? Why
know?
are you giving fucking $100 billion to Ukraine? Like,
Yeah, it's
or
it's
$100 billion
fucked, man.
to Israel. Or
Yeah,
like,
dude, it's
it's fucked.
crazy.
or like I don't care what side you're giving it to. Like
Like you
dude,
said, there's no right side
tens
in
of
war.
thousands of miles away. Like focus on your own. Cause you could give
Yeah.
$10 billion to homeless veterans.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
all them
absolutely.
homeless people that are in California, they can easily just put manufacturing plants for whatever the fuck they're making across seas.
Bro, you know that
You know what I'm
average,
saying?
The
Yeah.
average price for a home in California is $1 million. That's the average price
that's
for a home
crazy.
in California. That's an actual
That's
fact.
nuts.
That is nuts.
That's fucking insane.
So that means inflation's up like fuck over there.
It's gotta be, bro. That's
Yeah.
because they're all voting
Everywhere.
for Biden.
I wonder what the average wage is in California. Like the
Probably
minimum
high.
wage.
Probably
what is minimum
high.
wage in
High as
California?
fuck.
I'd say probably. I mean, you gotta think. I mean, I don't know exactly how bad the homeless problem is, but it's real fucking bad. So, if you think about it, there's probably a lot more people without jobs in California than there are with jobs in California. It's probably pretty. I don't know.
The
That's a good
minimum
question.
wage is 16 an hour in California.
Okay.
Oh damn.
That's ass. You're
Yeah.
dying on the streets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, your $1 million house.
You're next
Yeah,
to
yeah.
homeless.
Yeah. For sure.
You gotta work
bro.
like 60 years just to get a house.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
a
even want
crazy.
to talk
Yeah.
about California. California is falling apart. I just read some crazy shit that's like they might pass this law that you won't have to register as a sex offender if you're within 10 years of whatever you're fucking, pretty much, and if it's considered consensual. And at that point, bro, like people groom people. Like
What?
that's a thing. So they'll
Yeah.
be like, that was consensual, you know what I'm saying? But you're taking advantage of a little fucking kid.
Yeah, that's nasty.
You can be like 24
Oh
years
my
old
God.
and legally be with a 15.
I heard they were trying to like legalize and normalize pedophilia in California.
Yeah, dude,
they're like trying to make it
that's like a step closer to that.
they're trying to make it
like,
legal.
a
They're trying to
sexual
make it
orientation.
it's a sexual orientation and a sexual preference. Like
Yeah.
it's not a disease. Like they're not saying, oh, you know, pedophilia is not a
Fuck that,
moral
bro.
disease. Like they're trying to make it legal. Like if you're 30, you could like have relations with like a 12-year-old.
So fucked.
Yeah,
We
dude.
need to round them
That's
all up
weird,
and put a
dude.
fucking bullet in
And
them.
Gavin Newsom already
That's what we
signed a
need to do.
bill. He's
It's
the
only-
governor of
that's the only way.
California.
Sometimes listen. Sometimes that's you have to do.
Sometimes
Sometimes
it's
you
what it
can't.
is.
What he said. Sometimes
said
you
we
can't
need to round 'em all up
negotiate
and
with
put a
evil,
bullet in 'em.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes the only thing you can do with evil is like
Stone
he
it.
said in the movie, man. You put it in your trunk, like The Hangover Part 3. You stuff it in your trunk and you put 30 rounds into it. That's it. Sometimes that's the only way you could deal with evil.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
And
Shit like that. It's.
I don't know
that's
if you
not
guys
okay.
also know, but Gavin Newsom just signed a bill that bans any kind of misinformation. Like, there was a parody
Yeah,
going
yeah, I heard
around
about
of this
that.
Kamala Harris ad, and Donald Trump, like, some fan of him posted it in California, and it looked like a Kamala Harris campaign ad, but it was just a parody talking
it
about
was
the shit
satire.
she's done wrong. And people can get put in jail for doing that kind of shit now.
That's fucked up, man.
Right?
What happened to the First Amendment?
That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
he just made that, like, he pretty much just infringed on the First Amendment officially already,
It's literally
which
like,
is fucking
they're
crazy.
they're trying to enact like Nazi level like leadership. Like they're trying to suppress everything that opposes
I don't
them.
like Nazis.
The
We've had our
bear, dude.
history with Nazis. I think like close to a million Serbians got slaughtered by the Nazis in World War II.
Yeah,
They were like
that's
next to
crazy.
Jews. They were like the second most.
Really?
Yeah, because
Damn.
our ethnicity is Slavic.
Yeah.
So Hitler said like Slavic people are inferior to the
Yeah.
human race and they should all be killed.
It's fucked up, man. It's
So,
a
like-
dangerous road that this
Yeah,
censorship
fuck
leads
the
to.
Nazis, man. I always liked the Serbian, mindset. Mind your own business. Don't bother other
Yeah.
people. And have good women in your life.
Yeah, yeah.
There
And
you
put
go.
100% of love into everything. you
Yeah.
do. That's kind of
Yeah.
the one thing
Oh,
that's the one thing I'm taking back from you for
Yeah.
real. That seems like a really good like value to have.
yeah.
That's a good value, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime I went to those Serb fests, bro, at that church, dude, I love it. I love that. atmosphere.
welcoming, friendly, dude.
So
It's-
welcoming.
That's really is like we mind our own business.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, if it doesn't line up with our values, our beliefs, we respect it. We don't bother anybody. And 3, just have like 4 or 5 girls around you, man.
That's
Even
gas.
that's too
Yeah, bro.
little.
Yeah, I think I've seen your story after you knocked that one dude out. You went to I don't know. I don't want to sound stupid, but did you go to Ibiza or am I
No, I went to
tweaking?
the Dominican.
The
Oh, yeah,
Dominican?
okay.
Yeah.
Dude, you were on a nice ass beach with clear water and
Dude.
stuff. You were like big Slavic balls. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
some
some big
shit.
Serbian balls,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
That's
Yeah,
some
bro.
big Serbian balls look like.
I was like, that's fire, bro.
dude,
That's
I'm like,
dope.
dude, I don't know what it is, but like, brown girls just love Serbian guys. They do, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like Latin, Arabic, mixed black, even
Yeah.
black. Like,
Fuck yeah.
I don't know what it is, but like, dude, I remember I was in Cleveland once, and it was after I always go out after like a fight, like to celebrate. And my boys called me out to go out. One of them want to fight. I'm like, okay, and like we go to the Ivy Club, and I'm first time there, and it's like I'm like the only white dude there, like one of the only white dudes there, and that's not I don't care, but to give back context to the story I'm about
Yeah.
to tell. And like this black girl walks up to me, man, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, like I love the way you're dressed. Like you're so
Hell yeah.
European style." She's like, "Are you like, you're not American?" I'm like, "No." It's like, "Good." She's like, "I don't like white American boys." I'm like, she's like, "I like those foreign white boys."
Oh yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "What are you, Russian or Serbian?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's
Damn,
like,
she
she's
guessed
That's
it?
so sexy and this and that. And then she just without even me saying nothing, she turns around, starts shaking her ass,
Nice. That's Cleveland.
and I'm like, oh shit. I'm single at this point though, so
Yeah.
I don't, and she like raised her ass up a little bit higher, and I'm like, dude, it smelled like somebody opened
Oh.
a can of sardines right in my nose, and I like pushed her away. I'm like, that's enough. I'm like, listen. I'm like, you can shake on somebody else.
Oh man.
But it was funny
You
because
gotta
like,
be careful with those Cleveland clubs.
like
bro.
that's not my type either. Like I was just like, what the fuck's going on? Like
Yeah.
my type's Serbian girls. Like
Yeah.
Are they white?
Yeah, they're white. I don't discriminate, you know. I just like to date
of
inside
course,
my
everyone
culture.
has
I've
their
only
type.
dated one girl who wasn't Serbian. You know, she was Arabic.
And it didn't go well.
Yeah, too many differences and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But she was Arabic, and like I told you, brown girls love fucking
Hell
Serbian guy, like white
It
foreign
might be
guys.
because you're clean. You
Yeah, I
present
don't know,
yourself very
like,
clean.
but like,
Yeah.
I'm like while she was like dancing, like I looked like I wasn't even paying attention that much to her until like I smelt that. I was like, oh, you gotta go.
God.
But like I looked to my left,
That's
and like
rough.
I see a black dude like mean mugging me, like he's like fucking white dude with my fucking black girl and shit.
Oh,
I look to
God,
my
dude.
right, I see another black dude like fucking white ass motherfucker.
Damn,
Like, dude.
You
So
gotta
when I
get you
saw
out of there.
that, but when I did see that, I'm like, all right, motherfuckers, you want to discriminate? I'm like, I'm not fucking. I don't know about this history shit in America.
Right,
like
right,
I don't,
right.
you know. So I was like, all right. I looked at him, and I just fucking smacked her ass as hard as I could. And then I looked at them again. I'm like, yeah, you want to fucking do something?
Oh, Jesus.
Don't be mad that she likes the white boy.
You gotta be
Yeah.
careful, bro. I know you can fight, but they got guns in
That
Cleveland.
is true.
Yeah, bro, they don't got nothing to lose, bro.
That is true.
They'll kill over
They're
a
in
fucking
Cleveland.
toenail.
Yeah, that is true. I got guns too, though. So
Facts. Facts.
They got guns in the club though.
that's true. That's true.
They just don't care about
That night
their
there was a
future.
shooting too at the Barley House.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That's
nice.
crazy.
Like two or three people got shot.
See, like, like
Classic.
I
That's
don't get how
crazy.
you can just do that, bro. I can't pull up to the club with
It was
a
a
gun.
drive-by.
No.
It's somebody had beef with somebody in the club, and he instead
That's
of
fucked.
confronting that person, he just decided to shoot up the whole club.
That's so
Like
fucked.
3 people had nothing to do with it got shot.
It's that guerrilla warfare.
See, that's what
bro.
we're talking about, bro. That shit is happening in America.
Yeah.
And they're putting money towards the Ukraine.
Yeah, like
What
that's
the
fucked up.
fuck?
Legit guerrilla warfare.
Fix
And
our
it's funny
streets.
when like they try to like the Democrat like, oh, let's take away the guns. Like, you know, you fucking retards. If you take away guns from the common people, you know that criminals are gonna get them anyway.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
they're gonna get them. They get them anyway through the black market.
Yeah, they're already
them
getting them
now.
illegally.
These people think they go like criminals go through like the system. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you get a background check and a psych test.
No.
No, you fucking idiots. They
No.
get it through the black market.
It's way too easy to get guns.
It's already
You
too
don't even
late.
need to go through
Yeah.
the black
No, you don't
market,
even-
bro.
yeah.
It's too
literally.
late. It's like having swords back in the day. They just
Yeah.
had swords laying everywhere. Probably.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they have like the shit too. Like it's not like they
Oh,
have
yeah.
modified
Oh,
shit
yeah.
and
The
like
switch.
yeah, like the
They
good
got the
stuff,
switches.
man.
The
like,
switch
Yeah,
with the
switch.
fucking 100
Yeah.
round mag.
One of my most favorite quotes. It's from a Chinese emperor. He said, "You could never invade mainland America because there's a rifle behind every single doorstep," and it's very
yeah.
true.
Damn
That
near.
is true. That's good. You always
100%.
want the guns in the right people's hands.
Yeah, yeah.
If we're
absolutely.
going to war, man.
If we're going to
If
war,
we're going to war.
Yeah.
that's what it takes.
Are you stocked up? Are you ready?
I'm ready, dude. But who's really
Good.
like if let's say like a war does happen between like Republicans and like Democrats, am I really afraid of like a person with green and pink hair coming to my house and trying to kill me? Like I would like try to help them. I'd be like, hey, you
Motherfucker,
know,
stop.
you need a gun. Like I'll give
I'm
you
about to
one of
kick you off the
mine.
couch. Piss me off.
I just wouldn't be afraid. Like I would laugh almost. Like if I got, you know, my
Yeah,
house
yeah,
broken
yeah.
into by like, you know, like a fucking like what are you gonna do like when you get where you can wave your flag around and protest
Yeah,
like
I
while
don't
somebody's
know.
shooting at you?
That'd be,
uh,
Like some of these people need a reality
Yeah,
check.
they'd probably be.
'Cause I would-
They'd probably be on your doorstep for realistically on your doorstep, just like hitting your doors,
Yeah.
just like
Stop
being
the
annoying.
war, stop
yeah,
the
just
war. Like,
being
dude, they
annoying.
don't realize some motherfucking savages don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they will fucking cut your throat.
Yeah, they forget people live in the real world still.
Like I there was this one video I just saw. Like it was these two people, these two guys who are in a relationship. And if you're gay, you're gay. I don't really discriminate. You know, that's just not my thing. But if you're gay, that's your choice. I respect it. And like it was them two, and they were super super liberal. And like they're going through Mexico,
Yeah,
and like the cartel stops them.
Mexico.
And like they're pointing guns and shit. They're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Kevin, Kevin, tell them to stop. I'm like, dude, thank God that those cartel members were, you know, not too fucking
Yeah.
psychotic.
Holy shit!
I'm like, do you really think you fucking doing this and taking out a flag is gonna? If I got stopped by the cartel and I know I'm getting like, dude. First of all, actually, the cartel, you feel I would, you know, try to talk my way out of it, but I'm not doing no. Kevin, tell them to stop.
God,
Like
dude.
what?
the cartel does not fuck around.
Like they
bro.
don't like that's the, I'm saying like there's like the real world, like when you get in a shitty situation and you're not ready, Like
Nobody gives a fuck
just
about your
even
feelings.
mentally, like just even mentally to handle the situation.
It takes a real like man to handle that kind of
Yeah,
situation.
bro.
For,
Like even
like,
me, like
war
I'm
times,
not going to fuck. I'm not fucking with the cartel. You know, like if I got
Yeah,
stopped by the
no.
cartel,
No, fuck that.
you know, I'm not gonna be a bitch and be like, oh my god, like I'm
not
telling, like
stopping.
I'm gonna tell him like, yeah, I'm not stopping either. But if I do get stopped, listen, I'm telling them where I'm going. I have no business with
Yeah, of
them.
course.
I have no, interest
Quarrels.
in intruding in their business. Hey, if
Yeah.
you sell drugs, you sell drugs. All the power to you.
Yeah.
That's
you
not
got?
my stuff.
What you got?
Yeah, you sell your drugs, you make your money, Like if you want to do
Yeah.
that, do that. It's not my business, but listen, man, you gotta fucking let me go, bro. I
Yeah,
know,
for real.
they cut motherfuckers' heads off and
Yeah.
stuff like their
They'll
nuts in their
take
mouth
anybody.
and shit.
Yeah.
Anybody.
But like the
Yeah.
point is, like when you do get that in that situation, like let's say a war does break out, these dudes are fucked. Like just because
Yeah.
of their mentality, just because the mentality that they're in,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Yeah, bullets don't give a fuck about your feelings. I hate to say it.
And people don't know that. Like, and I've traveled, like I've been to Africa and I've been to Asia and like I've traveled to the South America as well. Like, man, like some of those motherfuckers, they don't care. Like you're protesting for them and shit.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I never
dude.
got the, when I saw like the gays for Palestine. Like
Yeah,
I
I
never
didn't-
saw
I
that. I'm
didn't
like,
know
dude,
about-
you do realize if
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 you
got
went
sent,
there-
if you got sent to Hamas, and Hamas is the governing body of Palestine, like Hamas got elected into power, which is
Yeah.
crazy too to think that a terrorist group got
Yeah.
elected into power.
I don't think they got elected.
Well, they won the election. Well, they won the election. They,
They
won
won
the
the
votes.
fucking
Maybe they
election.
forced it. I don't know, but it's just crazy. Like, dude, if gays for Palestine, like, dude, you do know if you went there and you were gay, you'd get hung within
Yeah.
like an hour.
You'd get stoned in the street.
You'd be tortured.
You could get tortured. And I'm not like both Israel and Palestine. Like, there's both.
Yeah, of
They
course.
both do,
Again, it's war.
yeah.
No one's good.
I'm
But
not
I'm just
fucking
saying,
going
like-
nowhere over there. I think if I step
No.
foot in Ukraine, Russia, or Palestine or Israel, I'm getting my head chopped off.
Cooked.
But the thing is,
Like-
if you're gay and you go to Ukraine or Russia, at least you're not gonna get stoned
True.
or hung.
Yeah.
Like there's gay people over there. I guarantee you, there's no gay people in Palestine.
Well, there is. They just don't say
They
shit about
don't
it.
say shit. Like it's a little bit more,
Yeah, yeah,
You
it's
know.
tough, man. I don't
It
know.
is crazy, bro. I just think it's stupid, the division everywhere in this country. Like,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
I wish
It's
everyone
heartbreaking.
could just agree on just making America great again.
That is not an official endorsement. No, that's true, but that's hard because you're always, no matter what, you're always gonna have a side that wants chaos and
Yeah.
wants hate
Yeah.
and wants evil. Like,
Yeah.
like that's why the devil exists. That's why he's here.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Man.
That's also why the higher power exists though, to combat that shit, man.
Yep.
That is
There's
true.
always hope. There's always hope.
Warriors.
Fight the evil.
That's
Fight
true.
the evil.
Fight them.
There's always gonna be like when people say like, oh, like I hate racism. Like, but when people say like, oh, let's end racism, it's impossible.
It's
You're
tribalism.
always gonna have one person who just hates somebody because
Yeah.
of their
Yeah,
race,
yeah.
ethnicity, or nationality.
It
like,
is.
like just like how about
Yeah.
like you stop talking about it and like stop talking about the division. Maybe then it will solve itself. Because like when we go to Serbia, no matter if you're black, yellow, brown, white, if you're in Serbia, you're Serbian.
Yeah.
Or if you're in England, you're English, like, or France, you're French. We don't say black Serbian or
Yeah,
brown
of course.
Serbian.
People
we
just
just
want-
say like we don't talk like over there. Like when I first came to the U.S. and like people were talking about like that race stuff, I was like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Like, I never understood it because
Yeah,
over there
yeah.
it's not a top. That's funny though. See how that's funny? Like when over there race isn't talked about, nobody cares about race.
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
no
for sure.
division
There's no
amongst like
races.
ethnicities or like they don't care about that.
Yeah.
But the more it's talked about, the more like there's that
It becomes
division.
a
Absolutely.
problem.
It gives power to him.
It does, and people
It's the
don't
same
know
thing with
that.
everything. Like I mean, well, this is a weird comparison, but like with the Me Too stuff, remember when the Me Too stuff was
Yeah.
super big? Like obviously there's real cases of that and it's a really big problem. But there were also a lot of people coming out making false claims. And that takes the power away from the people who need to have their voice heard.
Yeah, and it
You know
just
what I
ruins
mean?
it for everybody because
Yeah, it does.
you get like the people who actually went through it that
Yeah.
they deserve justice, and then you have some little fucking 21-year-old hoe who wanted to have sex, and then the dude doesn't text her back the next day, and she's like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm
Claims
gonna ruin
rape.
your life now. Like that happened to a buddy of mine. Actually.
Happened to me, bro.
That's
Happened to me.
crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
You know who it was?
That happened to a buddy of mine.
bitch.
He actually got put in jail. My buddy got put in jail.
Holy
He got
shit.
sentenced for rape, and then the lady 3 years later, he's a little bit older. The lady, her conscience, like she couldn't
my
handle it with her conscience, so she went out and she's like, "Hey, I actually lied. I didn't want him to go to jail in this, but he was already been in jail for 3 years."
Fuck,
She's like, "Hey, I lied. It was all consensual, and I just hated him. I wanted to ruin his life."
Oh my
Like,
god.
Maybe she didn't come out and say it like that, but she admitted
Yeah,
she
yeah, yeah.
lied. And fucking they took him out of prison and she got like 2 years. I think if they lie, they should get 20 years.
They should get at
They
least
should
double.
get the whole sentence.
At least double.
Because if
what?
you're trying to lie,
Bro,
like,
lying in
no.
court is like a serious.
Yeah.
You gotta like put your hand on the fucking Bible.
Yeah,
you
before you
do.
go in court and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Like the females that I respect, females, I love females. Like the females that deserve justice. Like if I fucking like saw a rapist in a room. And like if I had 5 minutes with him, I'd fuck him up, dude. Like I would stomp
rape him.
I wouldn't do that. I would fuck his ass up. Like I really hate.
You would
like,
fuck his ass?
Yeah, I'll fuck his ass up. But I hate that shit. But like the females who do lie, man, that's just that's fucking
fucked up,
nasty.
dude,
like
yeah.
you
It's
know,
fucked up, man.
That
it's
is
really
fucked
fucked
up.
Yeah. We just gotta. The only way you can combat evil is with good, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I think people just want something like higher than them to subscribe to. Pretty
some
much.
people are just
you know what
so
I'm saying,
bored with
bro?
their lives.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
they
They
have
don't
nothing
have.
going on in their lives that they have to create drama.
Yeah, they don't have a passion that they chase themselves that pushes
Yeah.
them every day, that gets them up, you know?
Absolutely.
And they just, I don't know, bro. That shit's all fucked, bro. It's all,
They
Yeah.
need to get a life.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
real.
why-
real.
They need to
That's
get a
why
life.
That's why I was happy to have you on, because it's really cool talking to people that have genuinely experienced other places and
Yeah.
giving a different perspective on things. Even like here in the States, bro, you travel through different states, and like, bro, my favorite place like that I've ever been is Louisiana. I
Yeah.
love Louisiana. The culture there, bro, they have bigger things to worry about. They have crazy ass hurricanes, they get floods, they have real genuine
got
issues.
reality.
They got reality.
alligators.
And you go
Yeah.
down there, everyone's so welcoming, everyone's so friendly, nobody's got any
Yeah.
issues with anybody. And that's just how
that's,
it is,
that's how
bro.
it is. That's reality. And then you go
Yeah.
in Kent, and I don't even know what I've seen like 10 protests this summer. I don't know
know.
what they're about.
I know.
And I'm like, dude, who has 4 hours in their fucking like? You have to have no life. You have 4 hours of free time
Yeah,
to
dude.
stand on a street and
On a
to yell
Sunday.
and scream about something.
yeah.
And I think it was on a Friday. But like, I don't care what your
Absolutely the fuck not. On
me,
a
the way
Friday.
I'm doing something, listen, if you want to be a change, guess what? You sitting out on the street in America protesting for something 10,000 miles away ain't going to do no help.
Yeah, no.
Like,
not
if
at all.
you want to do something, man, go over there and let's see if you can do a better job.
It just makes people like me pissed off because I had to get through fucking Main Street, and yesterday they had the whole fucking thing closed down. So I had to go 10 minutes
That was
out of my
because the
way.
Kent State game, was it not?
It was a big parade. There was a lot of different.
Okay, that's
it was
good. At
like
least
there
it
was
was a
like marching
protest.
band and shit, but
Side note, Kent State is the worst fucking football program I've ever
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
in my
Dude,
life.
I
They
only
need
saw-
to
Bro,
disband the
bro,
program.
they just lost. They just
Fire
lost.
everyone.
Myself.
Okay,
Fine.
go ahead. Do you see their loss to Tennessee?
Redo the
71
roster.
to 0.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, dude, I don't watch football, but I was like, man, they fucking suck.
Bro, 71 to 0 is
All of us
crazy.
could go play right now.
Yeah,
we do
yeah,
better.
We could. Yeah.
We could all literally make like the fucking kickoff team right now.
Dude,
Yeah.
71 to 0. I wouldn't show my face if I was a fucking
Bro.
athlete in Kent.
No, you know what's
And
a
that
real
wasn't even-
disgrace is their coach fucking like 2 weeks ago or a week ago.
Talking shit.
No, he called the NCAA because they were playing like Tennessee or they were playing like a big name school. Like they were gonna get stomped.
Yeah.
So Kent State coach calls the NCAA. He's like, "Hey, can we put a mercy rule on the game so we can just get the fuck out of there?"
Wow.
Bro,
And
no,
they
no,
were
no.
like, "No."
That was
Good.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Play the
Tennessee
game. It's a
gave
sport.
them mercy. It was 65 to 0 when halftime showed up.
That's crazy.
After halftime,
man.
they put in like their fifth string, and that's why they only got to 71
I'll
to
just
0.
put the bench in at that point.
Bro,
It's fucking crazy.
we could go
bro.
play for them right now.
Yeah, we could.
That's crazy.
They need to
too,
fire
man.
everyone.
I also heard one like maybe a year ago or something. I heard like a football player, a basketball player, like it was at the rec center, like talking to this one dude. And he's like, "Yeah, man, we're the fucking best. We take anybody. We take anybody." And I'm like, man, that popped up in my mind. I'm like, man, if you're talking like that for a game and you get blown out 71 to 0,
Yeah.
I'm staying in my house for a good 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm
Bro,
staying in my
I
house.
can't show my
I'm
face
quitting.
anywhere. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm
Like
not
if
wasting
you're
my
gonna
time.
talk, like I respect talking, but if you're gonna talk, you better back that shit up.
Yeah.
Man. You better back that shit up.
Absolutely.
There's no way.
Yeah.
If I knew my coach was like, "Hey, can we get mercy?" I'd be like, "Bro,
That's true.
I'm not playing
I'm
for
not
you."
playing.
We already lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're
We
We already lost before the game even started.
For sure.
Like the coaches don't give a fuck.
That's fucking
I don't
crazy.
give a fuck.
Who are the Browns playing today?
Las Vegas Raiders.
Raiders?
Yeah, I got
2
my,
hours from game time.
2 hours from game time.
my coaches are actually in Vegas. They went for the Browns
Oh,
game.
no
They're
shit.
big Browns fans.
That's
Sick.
cool.
Are you?
I'm not. I've never watched football before, but
Yeah.
since I'm a Cleveland native, yeah, I'll say my favorite team's Browns.
Yes, sir.
Because
Gotta
I've never
get
watched
into it.
football, you know.
Yes, sir.
So it just wasn't popular over there, you know. And
Oh,
I never
yeah.
got into
Yeah.
it. I watched the playoffs with my one buddy Mari, and I was like, damn, he explained like the rules to me and stuff.
Mhm.
I was like, what's 1st and 10? Like,
Yeah.
what is 1st and 10? Like, what's the
There's
point?
a lot. Yeah.
You know. And then it went 2nd and 10. I'm like, what is 2nd
What
and
is this?
10? Like, what is it like? Like you gotta get past that line. I'm like, what fucking line?
What
do you have
line?
to pass to,
Invisible
man? I'm
lines?
like, why didn't you just fucking just throw the ball and get a touchdown?
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's 100 yards. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but I watched the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Eagles from I think that was the year before.
Yeah, I think
The
so.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this game's actually like
That was a good game.
when I learned the rules and stuff. I was like, dude, football is actually fucking exciting.
It's
you
pretty
know?
cool. Yeah.
You gotta go to a game. You
To a
gotta go
game?
in
sure.
person.
I'm down.
For sure.
Because it's like last week I went to the Ohio State game and then
Yeah.
I went to the Browns game the day after. And everyone's
That's
like
awesome,
everyone's
dude.
like, "Oh, college is like so crazy. The stadiums are so like fuck that, dude."
Yeah.
Went to the Ohio State game, that bitch was dead.
Really?
Went to the Browns game the next day, that bitch
Oh, yeah.
was rowdy.
Yeah. The
Cleveland
Browns
gets
Yeah.
crazy. For my
Oh, yeah.
fight, I think there was like a good 4,000 people because it was at Jacobs Pavilion.
I noticed.
Damn,
there was a
4,000
fuck
people
ton of
showed up?
Yeah,
Holy
like 4,000
fuck,
people
dude.
towards the end of the night.
That's wild.
Like
yeah,
it was,
Cleveland
it was,
goes ham.
yeah, and like I saw like all the Dante like all the clubs and stuff across the river. I was like, dude, this is cool, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
it was nice.
Yeah.
We still good. We
Yeah.
rolling?
I'd love
Okay.
to go see you fight sometime, dude.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that'd be
I'll
awesome.
definitely
Cool.
I'll put up on Instagram, send you guys
Yeah.
a message and everything.
Yeah,
So
you
you
gotta
have-
let us know.
You
for
got
sure.
sponsors and stuff?
Yeah, I do have sponsors. So I'm sponsored. I'm sponsored by Uplingers Styling and Cutting.
Oh, that's
They're based out of Talmadge.
Nice.
Then I'm sponsored by Distinct Auto Group. They're a used dealership in Kent. They got literally the best used cars in Kent. Like
That's
hell
cool.
yeah.
Like they've sold slingshots.
Is that what I saw
Yeah,
on your Instagram?
Yeah, I was driving that thing,
Slingshots?
yeah.
They
Fuck
sell
yeah,
slingshots?
bro.
Like 2019, 2020, with
That's
like
cool.
4,000 miles.
Ooh.
There's like a F-250 Super Duty, completely lifted now.
Damn.
Like we've had Pontiac GTOs, which are rare.
That's pretty cool.
Corvettes, BMWs,
Fun shit.
Cadillacs, like they're the best. And I just got a new sponsor too, by my one good Serbian friend. He has a company called Mia Express. It's a trucking company.
Okay.
So if anybody needs any business trucking company,
Hell yeah.
hit up Mia Express.
Hell
Mia,
yeah.
shout out
Nice.
Mia.
The plugs.
Fuck yeah, man.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, we're cooking. This has been a big pod. So, do you have any last final words that you want to put out there?
No, man, thank you guys for having me. It was a fun time, dude.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely,
You know,
man. This was a
Hopefully
good
in the
one.
future I'll come back after a
Yeah,
big
dude.
fight.
Oh yeah.
We'd love to.
You know,
Oh yeah. We'll have you on again for sure.
get you guys some tickets and stuff like that.
Oh, dude,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
You know.
Yeah, this was fun, man. Thank you for coming on.
No,
Yeah,
thank
Shout
you
out
guys for having
to
me.
Forged in Ohio. You were just on there.
Yeah,
That was a
shout
good-
out to Jake Murren from Forge in Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Hope
yeah,
you
man.
guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to fucking like, share, and subscribe. Show your friends. Sinisa fucking Jovic.
Absolutely. Remember
Thanks,
the
guys.
name. You're gonna be seeing more of them.
Yeah.
Remember the name. Not like Bilal Muhammad.
All right, then.
Fuck yeah, man.
Let's
All
call
right.
it.
Cool. Peace out.
Something like that.